watching Blunt Politics with Boston Brian.
And welcome back to another episode of Blunt Politics. I am Boston Brian to you, streaming to you live from what is probably the most humid place on earth right now. Hyperbole, not true. But how you could be higher than 95, 96% humidity is out of control. You probably see me in a long sleeve. That's because I am smart and I've had the AC on all morning. I am also now currently the doubles champion of whatever the name of the tennis tournament I played in this morning was. So I thank you. I'm already feeling it a little bit kind of sore. How is everybody doing? Let me bring up the chat so I can say hi to everybody. LWD, how are you? Good morning to you. Super Saint, Tanya, thank you for your services. As always, Bob, Linda, Carl, Steve, Turpy, thank you for your services. Trucker John, what's going on, my man? Mark P, how are you? You just saint of a man, you. DK, what's going on, brother? Your shirt is out. Let me know when you get it. Take a picture. Jess, right off the bat with a $20. Let's see here. What do we got here? $20. Love you, Mel and Brian. Won't be tuning in today. We're doing our family 4th of July. Keep up the amazing work, Brian. Keep speaking your truth and living your dream. Thank you so much, Jess. Be careful. Be safe with the fireworks. Enjoy your Sunday with the family. Happy 4th to you and yours. Thank you so much for your contributions. I do appreciate it. John from Las Vegas is here. Becky. Who else we got? We got Eileen, Maggie, Moon Girl, Marcus, Loquera. How are you? Alyosha, Sarah, Trina, Jennifer. How are you, Jen? What's going on? Good morning. Jerry, how are you? Good morning. Foggy, how are you? Good morning. Kathy, how are you? Brian, what's going on, my brother? Let's see here. What's he say? Hey, Ross, how goes things? British, Brian. It's not much. I've already worked today. So I am live today. Let's go, BT. Appreciate you. Little British politics to get to on the news today. Some of it good, some of it not so good. We'll go through that. Who's saying hi, Brian? How are you? Let's see. Who'd I miss? I probably missed a lot of people, and I do apologize. Skull, how are you? Robin, what's going on? Oh. Jerry. Oh, man, you guys are the best. Jerry, Slava Ukraine, Heroyam Slava. Some great news coming at you from Ukraine. But first, I just wanted to say thank you guys for being here. Make sure you hop out, like, share, subscribe. There's a little join button underneath me. You can become a channel member for less than a candy bar a month. Let's see, there's patreon.com. As you saw before, we have a couple Zooms coming up this month where you can just kind of hang out and shoot the shizzy, as we like to say in the Zoom chats, and just kind of hang out and, see where everybody's at. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Hi, Wendy. How are you? Hi, Leah. Roxanne. You don't have to put out. All right, I'll stop. Gino, how are you? All right. What are we saying? Cruising for a Bluesin'. That is just a great name. My name's Brian, not Brain, but I'll take it either way. It sounds good. Phyllis, what's going on? Wes, what's up? Not big on Zooms. That's all right. Again, like I said, a lot of people have asked, you don't have to turn on the camera. You can just kind of hang out and see what everybody says. It is what it is. Some people like it. Some people don't. Colleen, yes, it is hot and sticky. I lost about, I don't know, I'm going to say at least 3 or 4 pounds in sweat this morning at my tennis tournament. It was just, I almost needed a glove to hold onto my racket. But we pulled it out. All right. I'm delaying it as much as possible. I really don't want to get to the news. I know as soon as LWD says, I love Brian's cheeriness, I'm trying to prolong that so we don't have to get into the news, which is just, once again, thank you so much, Patty Ann, for your 5 gifted subs. That's fucking fantastic. Thank you so much. Hey, JD, what's going on, Mom? What's happening? What's going on? Let's fucking go. Let's go. I can't figure out Zoom. That's okay. Believe me, you're talking to the right person if there's like some tech stuff you can't figure out. It's me. Not that I'll help you figure it out, but I will join you in the commiseration of not knowing what to do. That's my. I know, LWD. It's not your fault, but the news is the news, and we got to get. Like I said, there's some good, some not so good. Unfortunately, the not so good is pretty, and we got a lot to get to. I got a million tabs open here. Hopefully, the laptop doesn't overheat at some point. But right off the bat, let's get to
News of the week.
And really, the only news of the week, the only way that I know how to describe it, the only thing that I can say right now is that the media in the United States of America, the US media, is absolutely broken. They are beyond broken, and they are actively campaigning basically for the Trump campaign, basically doing daily ads. If you were to go to the New York Times or Politico or ABC, NBC, and you look at the stories they're talking about, it's not the fact that we have a presidential race in which two people are running. In my mind, there's also a third. Well, we can even involve the third if you really want to. Three people are running. Two of them are known associates of Jeffrey Epstein right off the bat. One is not. If you get rid of the third party choice, the two people running, one of them is an adjudicated rapist. One of them is a known sexual assaulter. We have him on tape. We have him on recording himself saying it, that he likes doing it, and they allow it. We have him on video on daytime television shows talking about how he wants to have sex with his daughter. We have him on Howard Stern and other radio shows talking about how he'd like to grope, and talking about her physique and her breasts and how voluptuous she is. And the other gentleman has been in politics for the last 50 years, doing everything he possibly can to serve the American people. Is Joe Biden old? Yes. Is Joe Biden considerably different than he was even in 2020 when he ran? It's undeniably true. You can go back and look at video, and I think even you will be astonished at how clear and concise and with it and lucid, let's say, Joe Biden is in 2020. He can't walk as well. He never was a great orator, in my opinion. He was never known for his great debates. Did he have a couple of performances where he did well? Absolutely. But overall, I don't think he has a huge collection of powerful speeches that we can look back upon. Is his age a factor in how he speaks and how he gets his point across? Absolutely. Do I give a fuck? Absolutely not. I don't care. Changes absolutely nothing about the way I'm voting in this election. Not by a long shot, because when I vote for president of the United States of America, the office of the presidency, I vote for more than just the man. I vote for the man's ability to be able to pick a cabinet and advisors and surround himself with the correct people that know how to get shit done, that want to get laws and bills and regulations passed that help the American people, not the incredibly wealthy in this country. The media is treating this like a normal election, okay? This is not a normal election. These are not normal times. We cannot treat this as if this is just any run-of-the-mill, two candidates that are rather similar but disagree on a few points or policies. This is life or death. This is democracy or fascism. This is the Green New Deal or Project 2025, which we will discuss today. Because I've heard the people in the chat, I have listened to you. It seems to be the thing we should be focusing on right now. The main focus right now is not only Project 2025 and what it wants to do, but also the connections that we need to make from Project 2025 to the Trump campaign, in which Trump obviously lied through his teeth in a Truth Social post saying that he had absolutely it makes absolutely no sense. The Truth Social post straight off the bat doesn't matter. He knows nothing about it, but he disagrees with some of it. How do you disagree with some of it if you know nothing about it? What? Hello? McFly? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense how, the media is not reporting on that, or the recent allegations of, the the court filings that have come out about lawsuits against Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, alleging that they forced a girl as young as 13 years old to engage in sexual acts. The fact that Donald Trump was a known associate of Jeffrey Epstein for over 20 years, never lived more than what I think Hal says a 9-minute cab ride away from Epstein's properties, regardless of which state it was in. The man that is on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log over 7 times, or maybe 7 times exactly. Don't quote me on that one, but he's on the fucking flight log. This is the discussion we're having. And because some random sources and a few Democrats from random places that you've never heard of that are trying to make a name for themselves have come up and talked about how Joe Biden should step down or this or that. There's no avenue. There is no democratic process to now just all of a sudden switch candidates. This is a democracy. The will of the people have been cast. They have voted for their candidate in the primaries. Joe Biden won those primaries handedly. That's this. I mean, it's amazing to me that they want to create this horse race. Like we're talking about two equal. Thank you so much, Sheldon. I appreciate you. Right on, Boston Truth and Power. Thank you, Sheldon. You have a great day, my friend. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Make sure you hop out. Make sure you guys are liking the stream. Send it out. I know it's a nice day out, so we're probably going to have a little less people in here, but as long as you guys are watching it back, I'm hoping to clip this. Again, I have a great white paper that we're going to discuss going through Project 2025 because I think it's that important, because I want people to know. I actually, at the tennis tournament this morning, I asked straight out if this man that I was talking to knew anything about Project 2025, and he said he's never heard of it. So I told him a little bit about it, and I told him to look it up. If he now looks that up, or if what I said changed his mind or, alarmed him at all, that's one more right there. So I know the people that are probably watching this right now are majority of people that are smart and watch many channels like this and that are already known, have already made up their mind to cast their vote for Joe Biden or the Democratic Party, no matter what. What I want to be reaching and whom I want to be reaching is, some of the newer listeners, some of the people that are less engaged and maybe have stumbled upon this and don't know what we know about Project 2025 and the connections to the Trump campaign, because basically the 3 people that authored Project 2025 all had positions or roles in the Trump White House or with Trump at some point. There's videos of Trump shaking Kevin Roberts' hand. I have some video to play of Kevin Roberts. We got a lot to get through, but basically the media is broken. They're treating this like a normal election, which is just basically, in my mind, it's egregious. It is dereliction of duty, and it is doing the same thing that they did in 2016. They are look at what Donald Trump done. When is the last time that you saw Donald Trump, besides his fucking stupid little True Social post about Project 2025, be this quiet? He is just basically letting the mainstream media create the narrative for him, do propaganda for him, get stories out that cover up his crimes and his dealings with Jeffrey Epstein and his upcoming court cases. I mean, it's like, thank you, Linus. Service from Bavaria. I wonder why no one brought up Stephen Hawking's brilliant mind, but no great debater. I mean, right. Again, you vote for, you're voting for, again, how many times have we said vote blue no matter who, right? This is not a normal election. And you're not going to say that in every election. We're going to say that in every election until we get this country turned around. But hopefully at some point we do end up with a Republican Party with, strong, beliefs, but that are aligned with what society is going through and has become today, and that we can discuss, basically numbers and how much money should be allocated where, and how much homeless, that type of thing, instead of debating whether or not women are going to have any rights whatsoever in the United States of America, or any of the things that Project 2025 wants to do. There's a ridiculous amount, taking out 20,000 federal workers and replacing them with people that are subservient to the president of the United States, doing whatever the president of the United States wants them to do. No, thank you. No, thank you. But we do luckily have a few people that are willing to step up, that are willing to basically voice their opinion in this. And one of them is, hold on, I don't know why this stupid thing plays. Let me see if this thing works too. I'm dying to see if this thing works. Ready? Bam. Nope. And then bam. And then boom. None of it worked, but that's all right. I'm going to add this to the stage, and that's probably why. Here we go. I'm going to make this a little bigger. I muted it, so let me unmute it.
As we speak, and that is Texas Congressman.
Right, so this is one of a few. Let me get rid of this so it's not covering my face. I apologize. This is one of a few, or at least a couple interviews that I've seen Jasmine Crockett do in recent days, voicing her opinion, voicing her concerns with not only the media, but also these rando Democrats calling for Joe Biden to step down. Basically, your plan can't happen. There's, I think, over $100 million that Joe Biden is entitled to, and only Joe Biden is entitled to. Nobody else has a campaign set up right now. Not to mention, how do you choose it? You can't just undemocratically choose somebody when the people have voted. There's so many issues and problems that it brings up. It would be chaos. It would cause disarray. It would be ultimately by far the worst thing that could possibly happen. We stay the course. We steam ahead, knowing that regardless of Biden's condition, and God love him, and I hope he's well, and I hope he continues to be as happy and healthy as possible and able as possible. But let's just face it, the people that he's surrounded with are the people that are getting a lot of this stuff done. Joe Biden is not out there doing everything, right? So that's why he has to delegate and make sure that he has responsible people around him that can get the job done without him looking over their shoulder every 2 seconds. So I want to play a little bit of what Jasmine Crockett had to say, and then we'll talk about another congressman that had something to say about people basically calling for Joe Biden to step down. So let's get into this one.
Democratic Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Dallas, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So wanted to just start by asking what's making a lot of headlines this afternoon as we speak, and that is Texas Congressman Lloyd Doggett of Austin has called for President Biden to withdraw from his reelection bid. And I'm wondering what you think about that.
I think that it's a half-brained idea. A lot of people are saying a lot of things, but they've not explained exactly how we will be in a better position to win. We know that it takes a lot of money to run for office. No one could just get the $100-something million that the president has on hand.
And there she goes. I mean, again, knowing the facts and knowing how politics works, and the background and the financial ins and outs of how the campaigns can work is huge. I don't think anybody knows that, or a lot of people know that the money that Joe Biden has raised in his campaign cannot just be spread to any candidate that we have. We can't just randomly pick, Kamala Harris and say, okay, now it's yours. Have at it, pick a VP. That's just not how things work in this country. And anybody saying otherwise is just an absolute moron and is causing more damage than they are helping by exponentially. Oh, Rossum, thank you for becoming a new member. I do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hey, what is that? Aaron Duran? Easy E, let's go. Or Broomer, how are you? Wendy? All right, let's get back into it.
Transfer to them and be the person. Also, when we say we respect democracy and we respect people's votes, how is it that you decide who's next? Are we going to just pick the next person? It doesn't work that way. And finally, this president has a record to run on. And actually, I said finally, but the other thing about this that is really weird to me
Bingo.
Is that the president was initially elected in 1972. Lloyd Doggett was initially elected in 1973, and is only a couple of years behind the president. So it just doesn't feel like this is the space that it should be coming from.
And so, I mean, does his announcement surprise you?
It did. I remember when we went through redistricting and got our new lines, there was all this chatter about how Lloyd Doggett should step aside and allow the next generation to run. So absolutely, I never anticipated in a million years that he would do this.
Why do you think there are so many?
So she says the gentleman, Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop, whatever. Hey, good punch you got there, Taggart. Great movies, by the way. Anyways, what she's saying is the guy literally came into politics, into Congress a year after Joe Biden. So who the is this guy to be calling on Joe Biden to step down? If anybody's going to be doing it, it's going to be a younger, more, let's say, capable person. But unfortunately, it's just not an avenue that we can explore. There's nothing down there. It's a dead fucking end. So the more we talk about it, the more we're wasting time, the more we're not talking about Trump in Project 2025. This is what this is about. The media is fucking broken.
People seem very surprised after the debate about President Biden's performance. Because
go
ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't anticipate that the president would perform that way. I was expecting a little bit more of a knockout. We knew that Trump would go in and lie. And I also expected CNN to do a little bit better at actually moderating instead of just allowing Trump to kind of say whatever he wanted to say. But I fully anticipated that the president knew that he was going to come in lying, that he would come in lying about things such as January 6th, and that he would actually beat him down on those issues. It didn't happen. I think that the president was overprepared. And I think that the strategy that was given to him by the team was one more so of,
I have to take Joe Biden at his word. He said in his interview with Stephanopoulos that he was tired, he was exhausted, he was sick, he was overprepared. They tried to crunch too many numbers in. He's old. Combine that with his age. I mean, it just wasn't a good recipe. It was a recipe for disaster, basically. So, again, as he says, as Joe Biden says, you're not going to let 90 minutes wipe out 3.5 years of success. It's ridiculous to even think you could do that. It's ridiculous to think that it's only because of Joe Biden that we've had the success. I know it's a lot to do with Joe Biden and the way he's maneuvered in politics, but let's face it, there are a lot of good people getting this stuff done. There are a lot of good Democrats in the House. Frost, Jasmine Crockett, Gold. What's his name? Goldstein. There's a million of them. Who's the one? Who's the one Jamie Comer hates? Why can't I ever think of his name? Moskowitz. That's his name. We have some great people, but again, we're voting for democracy. We're not casting it's going to say Joe Biden on the ballot, right? That's what it's going to say. But what we're casting our vote for is democracy. It should just say democracy. They should take Goldman. Sorry. Yep. Goldman. Great debaters. It seems like great with the facts, great at not only, getting people in gotcha moments, but making a point to do it. Kind of playing the Republicans' game, basically, when they try to get clips inside and outside of Congress. So, again, I wanted to show you that clip to show you that there are people fighting for Joe Biden. So you're going to hear up and down the mainstream media that people are calling for him to step down and his family is thinking about it and this and that. They said on MSNBC that she's counted no less than 6 times that Joe Biden said, okay, I'm staying in the race. So why do we keep asking ourselves this question? Again, there is no path otherwise. Why do we keep asking ourselves these questions? Because the media wants to make this a horse race. They want to normalize it. They want to make it seem like both candidates are the same and that this is somehow supposed to put Trump up on a pedestal because, the stock market is double what it was when he was president. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy. Right, Wes. It is absolutely too late. We are way too close to the election. I am riding or dying with Joe Biden. That's just how it works. That's what we have to do. And I think this graphic that Mel made actually kind of sums it up pretty well. This is riding with Biden. For every shirt sold, $5 goes to the Biden campaign. This is our way to help him. It's a Morals of an Alley Cat t-shirt with a Trump with just looking scruffy like he lives in an alley. He's a cat, obviously, because he's just an absolute puss bag. But yeah, so this is just a way to help the Biden campaign. Obviously, you're hearing some things that the polls are bad. You're hearing some places the polls are good. You're hearing some that the polls didn't move after the debate. You're hearing, but what you are hearing is that he raised a shit ton of money. You know what I mean? So people understand. Again, Biden, we'll take a look if we have time. Well, not if we have time, but we'll take a look at. I was looking at the live stream of Biden, his attending the church services today. Basically, what Donald Trump, the place that Donald Trump has basically never ever stepped foot in. The thing that Joe Biden goes to every Sunday with his family. That thing, the actual church. He actually knows probably not to hold up the Bible upside down. And again, if we're talking competency here, can you indulge me for a second, and then we'll get on with the rest of the news. Just let's talk about competency here, okay? Let's talk about competency. Does this represent competency right here?
Stupid people, when I wanted to refute it, they said, "Sir, don't dignify it with a refutal." Refutal or a rebuttal? What the hell word would that be? Refutal? What they'll say, he didn't know refutal or refutal, but they don't know either.
Okay. All righty. Does this signify competence?
We're a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat.
And I saw a comment here I wanted to address. Somebody said, "Oh, now the church is good." I'm just saying there are absolutely good Christians out there, good faithful Christians to what the Christian religion stands for, but it is being overrun and being basically hijacked by people that are using that as a way to make this a white Christian nationalist country. Again, my grandmother went to church for fucking 127 years. She was the most wonderful possible lady you could think of. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, if you're going to claim to represent the Christians, if you're going to claim to be battling for Christians, and you don't go to church, and you can't think of a Bible verse, and you're holding the Bible upside down, as opposed to the Christians that are following Donald Trump, looking at Joe Biden, who's actually going to church every Sunday with his family. That's the part that I'm looking at. It has nothing to do with the church or anything like that. It's the people that are following Donald Trump that have Christian beliefs or any of the whatever the fuck it is. Why wouldn't they look at Joe Biden and say, that man actually goes to church with his family every Sunday? Does Donald Trump? No, of course not. That's the point that I was making. Not anything to do with the church or not. I don't care what the fuck it was. If he was claiming he was going to a car show every Sunday and he didn't go to the car show, and the car, you know what I mean? It's just, you can put it to anything you want. It has nothing to do with that. So, all right. Next topic. Let me get this out of here. I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay. Keir Starmer in Britain becomes Britain's newest prime minister. I think they've had about 14, maybe 15 prime ministers in the last. I mean, they've had just an incredible amount of prime ministers in the last, what is it? I don't know. I forget. In recent time, it's crazy and a huge victory. But what I wanted to talk about is the Reform Party. Okay. So great. Congratulations to Keir Starmer and the Labour Party on what was a huge victory. But if we don't look at, I believe, the 14% that the Reform Party, Nigel Farage, who now is an MP, I don't know how, we have to take that into account. We have to look at that. Not to mention that fitting in with the rise of, right-wing fascism and bigotry in Europe, going back to some of the 30s and 40s standards. Some of them is what they want to do, and obviously we can't allow that to happen. But let's just be vigilant. Let's keep our eye on what's going on with the Reform Party, and because these are the people that are just like the conservatives in America. These are the people that hate immigrants. They think immigrants are the bane of their existence and the root cause for everything that's going on in Britain right now. That's what's causing the housing crisis. That's what's causing the economy to be shit, and the way it's ridiculous to think. They're talking about, they have MPs talking about shooting up immigrants on dinghies, and it's ridiculous. It's getting frankly out of hand. But it's something to look at. I know we have our own problems over here, so I won't go too much into that. Just keep that on the back burner. Let's see what they're doing. Yes, Liz Truss is just, she's gone from hero to zero faster than you can even blink your eyes. Hey, Linda, what will the right do when they lose? Well, I've said this before on the show, that Donald Trump is continuing to set the conservatives, the Republicans, the MAGAs up for what I think is they're going to believe is a stab in the back again. The same thing as 2020, where they believe it was either stolen, there was either some foul play with the machines. They might not even give a reason this time. They just might be so irate because they've been told for so long that Donald Trump is up in the polls, and every time he gets indicted, he goes up in the polls, and every time he gets convicted, he goes up in the polls, and how well they're doing. That's all they hear, the propaganda from their side. So when that propaganda sinks in, and that's all you believe, and then just like that, everything you believe is shattered. Some people react in a certain way. We saw that on January 6th, led by Donald Trump, telling people to come, and it'll be wild, and the whole, I mean, we saw it with our own eyes what happened. So I myself would think that something similar would take place. That's just my beliefs. I think that's what Donald Trump is setting them up to do. When they continue to talk about policing the election, the voting poll, the places, I mean, a lot of what they say is just it's aimed at after the election, and again, Mike Lindell is still out there trying to fucking tell people the last election was stolen, right? So these are the type of people that we're dealing with. So obviously they may not react in a, let's say, a civil manner. That's just my belief. Hopefully I'm wrong, but we'll see. Again, okay, now let's move to Ukraine. Let's see if I can maybe pull this one up real quick. I'm gonna share this tab instead. How you doing there? I'm gonna put that maybe right here. Okay. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do that. All right. So actually, I'll just make it big so you can see. I'm gonna read it while you guys can look at the map of basically we got Crimea down here. Let's see if I can zoom up to where the news is actually taking place. Uncle Bob, I will get to you in just a second. I see that you texted me. I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Tell Laura I said hi. Tell Jimmy I said hi. Just a second. Let me get to the area in which the. All right, let me get out. No, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. This way. There we go. All right, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Vovchansk, where are you, my friend? Where the hell are you? Yeah. Oh, there's Belgrade right there. All right, it's gonna be down there. Basically, what's going on? There we are, right here. There's Vovchansk. How we are. All right, so Ukraine pushes Russia out of Vovchansk. Basically, so this map is telling you it's from yesterday, 6/7/2024. So what you see, let me see what you're seeing. So you are seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Basically, this area right here seems to have been recaptured by the Ukrainians. If we go, we can see this little tree line. Basically, what is being reported is that Russia is now basically only holding on to a small section of this area here, which is obviously good news. I only see really, I was looking at this earlier, and there was, I think this is a tree line here. So what I think the Russians are trying to do is basically get into this tree line and follow this back as they're coming out of Vovchansk. They're taking extremely high casualties, as they have been since this war started, pretty much. I mean, the numbers are just, again, absolutely atrocious, absolutely ridiculous. But good news for Ukraine. Any good news for Ukraine is outstanding news for Ukraine, in my opinion. So, and then we zoom out. Let's zoom out. And then there's also a massive oil fire near Krasnodar. So let's go down here. We'll go to Krasnodar just to pull it up so you can see where it is on the map. So in relation to Crimea, let's see. I'm not sure. I could probably figure out the distance there, but not really going to guess. And there's the Kerch Bridge here. We can see it right there, which again is also in the news because the Ukrainian Navy once again says the Kerch Bridge is becoming a priority for them. So hopefully we will see that targeted very, very soon, because that, again, crucial to the Russians in order to get supplies and whatever they need to get into Crimea. Last I checked, I believe they had one of the rail, the side that has a train on it on the bridge working. Correct me if I'm wrong, but again, once again, turned into one of the most dangerous bridges, if not the most dangerous bridge in the world, by the Ukrainian army and the Ukrainian Navy. What else do we got here? There's some other good news too. Like I said, reports out of Rostov-Don. Let's see here. We'll go to Rostov-Don, which should be right in this area here, right down here. So this, I think, Phil, if anybody watches our buddy Philip Ittner, who actually has a brilliant podcast that he does live stream. I believe it airs 12 o'clock Eastern my time, so 12 to 1, or 12 to just before 1, which is perfect. So you can watch it before my live stream. He has some brilliant guests on there with some fantastic discussions. I advise you to watch that. Again, it's Philip Ittner. The podcast is On the Edge. So make sure you check that out. If our mods, I'm sure you already have because you're fantastic. If we have the link, if we could drop Philip's link. If not, if anybody has it, make sure to drop that link because it's very important that we continue to support Philip. But I think he will be happy to hear because we know he has been dealing with power outages in Kyiv. So he last time I saw him in hell looked absolutely flustered with the situation, and I can absolutely relate because power outages in the town that I live in is something that we have dealt with for a long time. Again, with storms, usually, obviously in not in summer, but we have lost power for several days. It happens very often. So it's very frustrating. It's almost impossible to keep food. You have to find different ways to do it, generators, yada, yada, yada. Then you're spending gas. What does the gas station do if they have it's a whole thing. So I can relate to it. I'm not saying I understand the complete situation that he's in. That would be absolutely ridiculous. But I'm just saying I can kind of relate to what he's going through. What the news is that Rostov-on-Don reports that the blackouts will be initiated across the entire oblast due to Ukrainian drone strikes and the lack of air defenses in the area. So now, luckily, Phil will have at least the peace of mind knowing that the Russians are also suffering the same type of annoying, again, it's almost a mental fatigue. It's almost like a mind attack. It just fatigues you mentally. It almost tries to break you like that. But as we found out in World War II, you can't break the will of the people by bombing them into submission. You can't break the will of the people by cutting the power off or the water. All it does is it helps the resolve. It makes them stronger. The German citizens, especially after Dresden, name a city that was firebombed. The Japanese after Tokyo, Obama Harris thought that the all-out campaign would break the will of the German people, and all it did was really kill thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of innocent civilians. And it didn't do what it needed to do. Ultimately, you needed boots on the ground. Ultimately, you needed some serious, overwhelming firepower in order to get the job done. What else do we got? Sevastopol. That's another thing. Let's go to Sevastopol just so you can see where it is on the map and we can get clear. So we're going to go down here to Crimea. Next, just south of Simferopol, right here, basically. For those who don't follow World War II or study or have seen documentaries, Sevastopol is a longtime Russian stronghold for the Russian Navy. Lot of, I hate to say it, good movies made about Sevastopol. Some people say Sevastopol. However you say it, that's what it is. So basically, they started putting in bomb shelters in preparation for further Ukrainian attacks. So basically, it's always a good news. It's always a good sign when your enemy is taking extra precautions and spending extra time, extra money, extra resources building or putting in bomb shelters, because their intelligence has told them that they are going to become a very specific target in the near future. So hopefully in the very near future, we see something coming out of Sevastopol with some great news. So anything that I missed? Let's see. I don't think I missed anything there. All right. So I don't think I missed anything there. We will come back to that. Let me get rid of that. Oops, sorry. I'm gonna go back to me. How are you guys doing? Thank you so much for being here. This is Blunt Politics. I am Boston Brian. Basically, just a little more laid back, simple man, everyday man and woman approach to politics. What we need to do. Sifting through the bullshit of the mainstream media. So if you could like, share, and subscribe, that would be fantastic. That everything I just said is 100% free. All it takes is a couple phalanges, just one phalange, actually. Press a couple buttons. You're all set. That's what you got to do. It's easy. It's very easy. We do this every Sunday. A lot of great people in the chat. I have the best mods in the game, the best chat in the game. And also that carries over to also other channels as well. So let's take a look at another congressman that basically has Joe Biden's back. Okay, that is also thinking clearly and knows that the path ahead lies with Joe Biden. It lays in his hands. Basically, he just needs to, and this might be shitty to say, and I apologize if it is shitty to say, but I just need Joe to get to January. You know what I mean? Let's just, if we need to start discussing things after that, after we've won the election, after he's been inaugurated, after it's official, if we need to start having discussions in-house like a democracy should, like a functioning Democratic Party should, then that's what we'll do. But let's make sure that we have democracy in hand. We've already won that, and that it's secure before we blow things up. It's fucking crazy. So let's take a look at this guy here. I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I put him in, coach. Add to the stage. How are you, buddy? Let's go. Oh, no, that's not it. We already played that. I'm going to take that out. All right. So this is California Congressman explains why he thinks Biden is better than Trump for the presidency. And why did it just freeze? Where is my mouse? Hey, Mousy. Oh, sorry, Uncle. Let me get to, excuse me. Bob, I can just talk to you. I don't know what I'm doing. Bob, if you're still watching, there should be like a little money symbol somewhere down by the comments. And then it says either super chat or super sticker. I don't know why you're doing that. That's not necessary. Just watching and liking and subscribing and sharing. That's perfectly fine. I have no mouse. So I'm just probably sitting here talking to nobody. Hello? Where are you? There it is. All right, let's go. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but I have no mouse.
I'm so excited. I'm finally here in the city.
All right, now I got to talk over the commercial. Now I got to. Are you seeing it? All right, good. You are. Hi, Phyllis. How are you? Hi, Lindsay. What's going on? Fancy. Yeah. You made it. You're good. All right, let me get the sound going. Sorry.
You have
let me
in
start
Biden
Let me start it over.
two
Here we
people.
go.
You have one who has been an extraordinarily successful president. You have in Biden. You have another in Trump that said he had infrastructure week every week during his presidency and never did a thing for
Facts. Just facts of the case. Facts of the matter. That's it right there. Hey, Linz, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hi, Pauline.
infrastructure.
And we
Biden
covered
came
that.
in and did it within the first year. So yes, you did. And the reality is, this is about.
Did you hear that response? Did you hear that response? But we covered that. But what is how much time did you spend talking about that? How much time are you is it are you putting equal time into this, or did you just kind of report on it so that you could say just that you did report on it, like Jake Tapper or I was watching an interview the other day where the gentleman was calling out MSNBC and he said, "Oh, I tweeted that out." It's like, okay, so what the hell are you sitting here for 35 minutes on your show talking about Joe Biden and you only tweeted out something about Donald Trump? Doesn't that show you your motives? Doesn't that show you your agenda? I think it does.
Two candidates. Biden had a bad situation with the debate, no doubt about it. He's come on strong in the rallies and even in the interview. Going forward.
RC, thank you so much. Watch up. Hold on, let me put it on screen. What's up, Brian? What's up, everybody? Keep fighting for democracy and our freedoms. Hashtag GDB. Let's fucking go. Thank you, RC. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you watching. Hi, Vicky. What's going on, Vic? John Adam, facts are so boring. We only deal in rumors. Correct. That's basically the media. That should be on the media's headstone when it dies. Facts were boring, so we dealt with rumors. Here's where we lie.
His performance, activities, his statements will be compared to Trump's. Trump stumbles, bumbles, and lies through every single time he's on the stage. He certainly did that during the debate. He stumbled along the way. He changed his subjects.
Hold on here. Thanks, Alyosha. Hold on. When President Biden's at Black Jets, Archbishop Felton delivering a sermon in Philadelphia alongside President Biden. Let's understand something. I don't know why it is that you want to make an issue of the president and his condition with stammering and not being able at certain times to bring forth words, while another person lies fluently and you never challenged his lies. Correct. Oh, thank you, Foggy. Appreciate you. And you're absolutely correct, Alyosha. I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. Thank you so much. Let me see if I know how to get it off the screen. Oh, there we go. I appreciate you. And thank you, Foggy, again for the super sticker. 149. Let's go.
Halfway through, and he didn't finish his sentences, and he certainly didn't answer one question. So going forward, you're looking at a campaign in which you have Donald Trump, certified serial liar, a person that could not measure.
Why is rapist? Why is sexual assaulter? Excuse me. Why is the man who wants to have sex with his? Why are these words not on the tips of the tongues of every Democrat? Every single fucking Democrat. Why is he? I mean, he's great. He's calling out his lies, but you don't even have to get that deep into it. This is between Joe Biden, a man who's spent the last 50 years in politics as a politician, 8 years as vice president of the United States of America, and Donald fucking Trump, an adjudicated rapist, the man who then defamed the woman that he raped twice, the man whose business is now a criminal. I don't even know how the fuck that happens, but it happens. The man that owes, what, $500 million, the man that's now involved with 3 or 4 court cases, depending on what judge he put in that throws out his court cases or delays it till fucking 2078. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be that difficult. I don't give, like I said, how many people, if they have to wheel Joe Biden to the inauguration, I don't give a fuck. And I'm sorry if that's too blunt, but you're watching Blunt Politics. That's why the fuck you're here. That's what you're going to get from me. That's what it is. Like I said, I don't worship Joe Biden. I am not voting for one single man. I am voting for women. I am voting for the LGBTQIA family. I am voting for trans people. I am voting for vets and homeless people and people that need insulin and other medications. There's so much that we're voting for that has nothing to do with Joe Biden. It you know what I mean? It's this is a dire situation. And again, it's we're coming up on the first hour, so we're going to get into the Heritage Foundation. We're going to get into Project 2025. But again, I think it's important. I just want to finish this off and let you hear that there are people out there fighting for Joe Biden. There are people out there that know that telling him or calling him for him to step down is just an asinine, ridiculous idea with no future in it.
You're up to one of the elements of the Boy Scout oath. Honor, you name it. He doesn't have any of those attributes. He is not a good person. Biden is, in his heart, a good person, and he's done a great job as president.
There's a real risk, as you know, I imagine you've thought through this, because I'm certainly hearing it from talking to Democrats on Capitol Hill of...
They have all these anchors somehow have talked to Democrats on Capitol Hill. They're all unnamed sources. They're all anonymous. Have you talked to people on Capitol Hill that care that that Donald Trump is raping women? Do you care? Have you talked to anybody on Capitol Hill that cares that Donald Trump wants to implement Project 2025 or Agenda 47? I mean, the man that stole top secret national defense material, including nuclear material, including material that had to do with, our allies if they were attacked, and our plan that would go along with said attack. We heard the recording of him showing these things to the women in his office, ruffling through papers, fucking documents, and, you shouldn't see this, and I could have declassified this. I mean, this is blatant corruption. This is blatant. I haven't even talked about January 6th yet. I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, Trump is going to gish gallop his way into somehow having a shot at becoming president again. That's what it is. You do so much shit. You say so much dumb shit, right? You say so much fucking... Let's see here. Let's see.
No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. The big, fat, sloppy United States. Yesterday's a hard word for me.
I mean, we could keep going. You could keep going.
You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
What? Like what? What the fuck are you talking about?
That legacy of Biden that you've laid out throughout this interview being incredibly tarnished. To say,
what are they talking about? What tarnished? Oh my God, the guy's getting old. It happens. It fucking happens, people. Look at the Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Chuck Schumer. These people are not exactly the same as they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. If he wins, if you start talking about Project 2025 and Donald Trump and everything he's done, Joe Biden will win. Therefore, there will be nothing bad. There will be nothing to tarnish his legacy. It's backwards. And I think some of these people are, they're doing it because they're scared. They believe it, some of this will affect his chances of, it will give us Donald Trump. And I think they're kind of, they're ass backwards in their thinking, because what they're doing is just nothing but Trump campaign videos. This shit. It's just nothing. And this guy, thank God there's people like this gentleman, and thank God there's people like Jasmine Crockett and Dan Goldman and Jared Moskowitz. And let's just fucking talk about it. Can we talk about it now? How about the black community? How about black women stepping the fuck up Thank you so much, Jen. I see your text. I'm so sorry. I put it too far away from me, and I look like an idiot if I try to get it. I'll get it as soon as I can. But how about the fact that the black community has stepped up? That black women specifically have stepped up to support Joe Biden. The backbone of the Democratic Party. Backing Joe Biden. Here, let's take a look at it. Why don't we take a look at it? I'm not sure. I watched it live. Let me see here. Let me see. To share this tab instead. I didn't get up to his remarks, so I don't know when he spoke. So let's see. Did he speak here? It looks like they're leaving. That's him right there. That's him there. That's him there. Did he speak? Does anybody know if he spoke? I can't see the chat anyway right now, so I don't think it's going to matter. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the... You know what? Fuck it. Let's listen to some of it. Let's listen in. Let's listen in.
Why don't you just look at somebody and tell them God puts something in you that can change the world. And that is why we have come together today, because America needs to see some love for change. I believe that is why God, who is in charge of everything, interfered with the president's schedule. He was previously scheduled to speak at a conference today, but God knew President Biden needs some love, and God sent him here today so that we can show him. Come on, let's show him some love. And so,
a standing ovation at a black church for the president of the United States. Honestly, just a great moment. I'm glad I caught that right there. Just words of wisdom that were coming out of this from the few minutes that I caught. Like I said, the compassion, the love, and the respect for Joe Biden coming out of this was absolutely fantastic. Oh, thank you, Linda. Hold on, I saw somebody else too. What was I going to address? Can we turn up the volume? I will take a look, Mozart, if I can turn up the volume. Let me check out that now. Volume, no, volume's all the way up. I apologize. Nothing I can do about that. It's just kind of a quiet video. Can you hear? Is it like way too low, or is it just kind of you'd wish it was a little higher, but you can still hear it? Let me know in the chat, because I don't want to continue to play this if you can't do it. Yes, Arizona. We love Joe. Instagram's disconnected because we went out for a fucking... I can't continue to do that. Removed. No. All right. Let's see here. You could be louder. I could be louder. Okay. I can turn my mic up a little bit. Let's see that. Let's see if that works a little bit. Hello. All right. Let's get back into it. I just want to watch a few minutes of this. I'm not sure. Did anybody... I didn't catch it in the chat. Did he actually speak at this? I feel bad kind of going through it while you guys are watching, but I don't want to miss it. If you did. Come on. Did he speak at all? Said he was giving a speech. Lowe's is texting me. I don't know why Lowe's is texting me. All right, come on. Oh, all right, here we go. Let's see. 16, 15. We go back here. Kind of looks like a good time. Let's see. I don't know what's going on there, but I can tell you right now that his microphone's on. Let's see if his mics come on. Yeah, no, that volume, it's the video now. That volume, I can't even hear what Joe Biden's saying. Thank you, RC, for the one gifted. Yes, hi, Jerry. Again, I think. Hey, atrocious. Brian, did you see that Washington Post? Hold on. Is literally writing fan fiction of a Biden. Yeah, they're all making it up. You've seen that Jake Tapper had to go back and delete some of his tweets. Again, like I said, it's all mysterious. anonymous sources that, just they're calling people from the top of Capitol Hill. It's already. I know, I understand you can't hear him now, but I just want to see if he comes on. It sounds like they just came on. Easy E says, I still think Tapper is all right, though. No, fuck Tapper. Fuck him. Fuck him. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying people don't. You watch what you like, but in my view, fuck him. I mean, journalism now, mainstream media has been completely fucking ruined by 9/11. Okay, let me talk to you for a sec. Mainstream media was completely ruined by 9/11. Our fixation. I mean, in just absolute, obsession with news after that, and the fact that these news stations had to somehow fill the time with anything they possibly could when the news was slow. Sometimes you had slow news days. It just fucking happened. It just happened when you don't have to make shit up and you're not out there digging for shit to talk about. And you just, when shit happens, you report on it. You give the facts, the date, the time, what happened, what could happen. And that was news. Now it's, we got to fill the time with anything. Let's go digging in fucking, court files and see what it's gotten ridiculous. It's gotten out of hand. And the fact that, these people are now like, you have other news agencies reporting on what other news agencies are saying. You know what I mean? Like CNN will put up a fucking article of the New York Times and what they said. What the fuck is that? Since when does a fucking news channel just report on what another fucking news agency is reporting on? What is that bullshit? Hey, KR boss, how are you? Thank you so much. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just when did that become the standard? Just fucking somebody said it, so I'm going to report that somebody said it without actually digging into what they said. So again, I'm not singling you out. Again, if that's how you like to get your news, that is. But for me, he's just it was kind of and again, he's on the station that we all watch, so it's not like you got to get your news. Everybody says you like to boycott these places, but fucking you still gonna get your news. All right, let's see here. Let's hear what Joe's got to say.
Bishop Morris, thanks for keeping me in my seat. And I want to thank you for, I said, Bishop, it's good to be home. Please sit down. I got my start in public life, never intending to run for office, as a public defender in the civil rights movement. And I was no great shakes, but I worked hard in Delaware. And I used to go to 7:30 Mass in my church, and then I would show up at Reverend Beeman's, now Bishop Beeman, church, AME Church in Wilmington. Get ready to go out and make the plans for what we're going to do to change the situation. So it really is good to be home. Mr. Felton, thank you for that introduction and moving sermon. And thank you, this incredible congregation, for welcoming me as you have. It really means a day. Across the way in Delaware, I attended morning mass in my church and head to Sunday services at black churches, as I said early on. I've always felt the power of your faith in good times and in tough times. Fact is, the scripture says, all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to his purpose. Our purpose is to serve others. That's our purpose. To know everyone is entitled to be treated with dignity and respect. To know faith without works is dead. We're all called to be doers of the world. In this nation, that means keeping our eyes on the North Star, the very idea of America. that we're all created equal in the image of God and deserve to be treated with dignity and respect our entire lives. We've never fully lived up to that, but we've never fully walked away from it either. And that's because of you and generations before you who led the church from slavery to freedom, always praying, always believing that joy cometh in the morning. You've never given up. In my life, and as your president, I've tried to walk my faith. To get us through the pandemic that claimed 1 million loved ones and left 8 million people with an empty chair at dinner or breakfast because of someone they lost. To ensure that the economy has the lowest Black unemployment and more Black small businesses in decades. To rebuild and ensure Black America has a peace of mind that comes with health care for everybody. To ensure you can follow your dreams without the burden of student debt. To make housing affordable, help more Black families build wealth and pass it on to future generations. To keep our communities safe by getting weapons of war off our streets. To give hate no safe harbor. While there are those who want to erase history, Kamala and I want to make it. Because Black history is American history.
Amen. Amen. Somebody asked, General Putnam asked, what church is this? This was I want to say Mount Airy Church in Philadelphia is where he's speaking today. This was today. We shall carry on. I think it's important for us to, again, the fact is we have to combat the media. We have to combat the narrative. And looking at Joe Biden here, listening to what he's saying, this sounds like a man that is absolutely capable of still leading this country well beyond the capacity that Donald Trump, well beyond anything, the means that Donald Trump could even hope to even one day acquire the skills somehow. It's not going to fucking happen. So let's go. I mean, this is our lives we're talking about. This is the lives of your nieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, your future kids, your kids now. I mean, this is not a joke. This is not hyperbole. This is not, this is why I do this. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm speaking to you. And we'll find out in a second when we could jump into Project 2025 why it's important to support this man, no matter what. And I know it sounds stupid to say, it sounds ridiculous to say, and it would be in a normal election. But this is not a normal election. These are not normal times. These are not normal policies that Donald Trump wants to put in place. It is authoritarianism. It is fascism. It is bigotry and hatred. It is a complete dismantling of the United States government. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous to say, but this is what the fuck we're talking about. So listen up, people. Let's continue to support the Democrats. Let's continue to support Joe Biden through a thick and thin, no matter what. Yeah, he's speaking to the parish in a church. Correct. I think that was probably to somebody. All right, let's continue.
Of course, there's more to do to deliver jobs and justice. There's more to do.
Oh, we'll get into it, Peter. We'll get into it. I like that you're already ahead. You're a smart man reading ahead. I actually have a great, what they call a white paper from David Pacman, whether you like him or not, has put together a free downloadable white paper that puts basically Project 2025 into something that's easy to comprehend. We'll get into it in a second, but I want to obviously hear what the president has to say.
But above all,
hold on. And thank you, Peter, for being here. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much.
we need to protect our rights, the rights of all Americans, to make sure democracy works for you. Folks, I know with every fiber of my being, I know I won't look like I'm 40 years old, but I've been around a little bit. The Bishop and I were talking about that. Tech turning 40. Well, all kidding aside, I've been doing this a long time. And I, honest to God, have never more optimistic about America's future if we stick together. I really mean it. Here's what else I've learned, and many of you have learned. You walk your faith as well. We're all imperfect beings. We don't know where or what fate will deliver us to or when. What we do know is that we can seek a life of light, hope, love, and truth, no matter what. We can seek that life. Take all of our experiences and give everything we have to work together. Because when we do, you can't stop us. I mean this sincerely. I'm about to host the NATO nations in Washington. We put them together. The world's looking to us. Not a joke. The world is looking to America. Not to carry their burden, but to lead their hopes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be inclined to go on longer than I should here, so I'm not going to. But I just want to say, look, I think that we just have to work together. I believe when I ran the first time for president, I said something basic. I said we have to bring back dignity and hope in America. Number one. Number two, we have to give working class and middle class people like the family I came from a shot and build the economy from the middle out and the bottom up, not the top down. And thirdly, we must unite America again. That's my goal. That's what we're going to do. God bless you all, and may God direct our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Hold on. Usually when he does that little hop, skip, and a jump, it's for a reason.
Thank you.
No, he's just being a goofball. All right. So to me, again, this was today, after the debate, obviously, today, recent, today, the president today, still sounding very presidential to me, still sounding very much capable of leading this nation. Again, never has he been the best speaker. Never. So what the fuck are we focusing on that for? Okay. Again, not a normal situation, not normal times. Okay. We're not worried about optics in this election. We're worried about democracy and rights, and wombs and freedoms. Right. Not shocks, Robin. Good call. Not shocks and fucking batteries and shit. It's ridiculous. So let's get into it. Before we take a look at what the Project 2025 is all about, let's listen to what their dear leader had to say about, whether or not their takeover of this country is going to be bloodless or not. I believe is the language that he used. So let me extend this. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Let me get out of that. And then we're going to go back to the beginning and do this.
And so on these most critical times and critical issues concerning the Constitution,
Well, let me set this up a little bit. This is Dr. Kevin Roberts. I'm sure we played the clip of him on with MSNBC. I think, was it last episode or the episode before, where he just flat out told the world what his plans were and what his intentions were. Basically the same as the gentleman that testified in front of Jasmine Crockett and the Democrats, and obviously the House in one of the committee hearings, when Jasmine Crockett just basically grilled the gentleman on what his intentions were. And the gentleman had absolutely no qualms about it. Fessing up to, admitting to, saying yes to, saying that he authored some of it. It's unbelievable that he thinks, well, he did go on MSNBC, mainstream media, and to my in my opinion, wasn't called out, wasn't really questioned as much as I know she called out the fact that he was also the president of the PAC, and that, you know, that would also lead to, you know, him being able to support Donald Trump. We see the pictures of Jesus. All right. Yeah, I got you, Phyllis. Okay. I got you. All right. So let's run it.
There's no one better in this world. There's no better man, a Christian friend for time, someone who's a fierce follower of the Constitution. It's our honor to welcome Kevin Roberts to the show. And Kevin, if you just want to freewheel it and respond to those clips and tell folks what the Heritage Foundation is doing to protect the rule of law and to protect individuals in this great country. Pleasure to have you on.
Yes, correct. The chat is absolutely correct. This is Steve Bannon's War Room, but I can't think of why is Steve Bannon not hosting. There's a reason that Steve Bannon, there's something he had to do. Oh, he's in prison. That's right. That's the one. He's in prison. That's right.
Well, Professor, my great friend, thanks for filling in and doing a great job. Three things. Number one, in spite of all this nonsense from the left, we are going to win. We're in the process.
No, negative. Fucking Heinrich Schittler.
Taking this country back. No one in the audience should be despairing. No one should be discouraged. We ought to be really encouraged by what happened yesterday. And in spite of all of the injustice, which of course, friends and audience of this show, of our friend Steve know, we are going to prevail. Number two, to the point of the clips and of course, your preview of the fact that I am an early American historian and love the Constitution. That Supreme Court ruling yesterday on immunity is vital. And it's vital for a lot of reasons, but I would go to Federalist number 70 if people in the audience are looking for
vital. What? Oh, it's so what? What would you call it? Just convenient, I guess. Just very convenient that the Supreme Court, in which Donald Trump installed 3 Supreme Court justices on, just happened to pass this ridiculous fucking immunity bullshit that benefits Project 2025, that benefits Donald Trump. It's just strange how that shit happens. I don't know, can't work that one out.
For something to read over Independence Day weekend, in addition to rereading the Declaration of Independence, read Hamilton's number 7.
Right, I'm sure that's what you did. I'm sure you sat down with your fucking family and we all just said kumbaya while reading the Declaration of Independence. Who doesn't do that? It's just typical.
Because there, along with some other essays, he talks about the importance of a vigorous executive. You know, former.
And what they mean by vigorous executive is dictator with unchallenged abilities to basically do whatever he wants.
Congressman, the importance of Congress doing its job, but we also know the importance of the executive being able to do his job. And can you imagine, Dave Bratt, any president, put politics off to the side, any president having to second guess, triple guess every decision they're making in their official.
Oh man. Oh fucking God forbid. Hold on. God forbid the president has to fucking maybe think twice about where he's sending the missile, about where he's sending the troops, about what bill he's signing. About Jesus, oh no, he's got to be second guessing and third guessing when it involves millions and millions of people and fucking trillions of dollars. Thank you, but I want somebody that maybe second guesses themselves. That maybe, I don't know, takes a second to think about it, that asks his advisors, that discusses with the correct people. I don't know, just fucking, that's just me though. I don't know what the fuck I know about politics. I'm just a YouTuber, I guess.
Capacity. You couldn't have the republic that you just described. But number 3, let me speak about the radical left. You and I have both been parts of faculties and faculty senates and understand that the left has taken over our institutions. The reason that they are apoplectic right now, the reason that so many anchors on MSNBC, for example, are losing their minds daily is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just
listen up very closely. Perk your ears up. Turn the volume up if you have to. Hold on. Let me make sure the volume's up on this. Let me make sure. Nope, I can turn it up more. Here we go. Volume's up more. All right, here we go. You ready? Perk your ears up. Perk them up.
Just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution.
We are in the process of the Second American Revolution. Continue.
Which will remain bloodless.
Which will remain bloodless. Sounds like an and or a but or an if is coming. I'm just going to say it sounds like one of those words is going to be next. But you were saying?
If the left allows it to be.
If the left allows it to be. So I'm going to just maybe one more time on that one. I think maybe would be helpful to people.
Using their minds daily is because our side is winning. And so I come full circle in this response and just want to encourage you with some substance that we are in the process of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
All right. So in case anybody just can't read between those giant fucking lines he drew in the sand, that is a direct threat to democracy, a direct threat to the Democratic Party. Okay. If we roll over and die, if we were to throw down our arms and lay down our weapons and give up our ammunition and just let, fascism reign and authoritarianism take over, it'll be bloodless. But if not,
of the Second American Revolution, which will remain bloodless if the left allows it to be.
If we do continue to fight, blood will be shed. There's no other way to interpret that. You don't need some fucking a mind reader. You don't need some medium or psychic to figure out what the fuck he's talking about here. This is a direct threat of violence. This is a direct threat of if you try to in any way stop what we're trying to implement, blood will be shed. Just like when Donald Trump said that it would turn into a bloodshed, and he tried to blame it on the cars, and he was talking about the car industry. We know what the fuck he was talking about. We know the words he's using. Look at the words he's talking about. Look at the words he's using in his emails. Ben Mycelis did a great video on it for the Midas Touch Network. Check out Midas Touch. Talking about kill and shot and die and blow up and using these different words in their letterheads and sending out email after email after email after email after email, just weird friggin' emails talking about he loves you, and Ben's got a bunch of videos on it, so I advise you to check that out. But this is what he's talking about, people. This right here. Let me see how you can see it. All right. So this is Project 2025. Okay. We're going to learn it together. We're going to read it together. It might be, it's not video clips and funny shit and, Trump saying dumb things. But this is one of the most important, if not the most important. Here, I'll give you this before we go.
Gettysburg, what an unbelievable battle that was, the Battle of Gettysburg. What an unbelievable, it was so much and so interesting and so never fight uphill, me boys, never fight uphill.
All right. So we can get a little giggle in there before we start this. This is literally the most important thing. And again, I don't know if you saw, now I'm going to forget who it was. I'm going to not get it wrong. So I'm going to type here. Let me put my news away. I apologize. BET should tell me in 2 seconds. Let's see. Oh, come on. How the 1 second. What? Act. Oh, I type like an old man. Taraji P. Henson. That's who it is. All right, Taraji P. Henson. I'll just play the short version because we're going to get into... All right. Stop playing. Here we go. Share this tab instead. It's going to be a little. It's going to be a little. Hey, little. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. Okay, that's huge. Nice ring, at least. All right, anyway, we'll get the point. It's all about what she says, not about what she's wearing. Check it out. Here we go.
for us to play chess, not checkers. It's about making decisions that will affect us as human beings, our careers, our next generations to come. Did you know that it is now a crime to be homeless? Pay attention. It's not a secret. Look it up.
Oh, sugar pie, honey bunch. Peter. Let's go, Peter. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this, Boston Brian. It has even changed my non-voting friends to take action this election. Yes, it's amazing the power of television, the power of social media sometimes, the power of the people. This really, you can even look at there's news reports that say the searches for Project 2025 on Google went up. It's exponentially how many more people searched what Project 2025 was. That is a fantastic thing. So thank you, Taraji P. Henson, for your voice. Thank you for using that time to raise a critical fucking idea, a critical time that we're dealing with in order for us to move forward. Thank you so much for bringing this up, and thank you, Peter, for your contributions to this channel. They are just literally what keeps us going. So thank you so much. I wish I could say more. I wish I could do more, but again, thank you for being here. Everybody appreciates you. Let's just finish out what she's got to say.
They are attacking our most vulnerable citizens. The Project 2025 plan is not a game. Look it up.
Okay, so that's Taraji P. Henson at the BET Awards. There's obviously a longer version, but just the fact that she's saying the words Project 2025 and look it up, that's huge. May not seem huge, but it is huge. So let's get into it. I'm sorry, but this is, again, from David Pacman. I want to give all the credit to David Pacman and davidpacman.com, I believe is his website, who put this together for free for people to download. Anybody can download it. Just go to davidpacman.com or any one of his videos. I'm sure it's linked on the bottom. But here we go. Overview. Just basically makes it easier, let's say, for normal blokes like you and I to digest this and figure out what it is. Project 2025 is a comprehensive initiative aimed at dramatically reshaping the U.S. federal government in the event of a Republican victory in 2024. The plan involves replacing existing federal civil servants, with individuals loyal to former President Donald Trump and aligned with the GOP objectives, with the goal of solidifying conservative control over the executive branch. Okay, now, just the introduction alone should be enough to steer a vast majority of this country away from Donald Trump, right? Just that alone. And again, this is put together by David Pacman and his team, but that's literally a perfect overview of what this thing is going to do. If that's, somebody's asking your friends, this is what you're gonna say to them. This is what they want to do, basically, right here. You know what I mean? Let's get into more of the background of where Project 2025 came from, because it's nothing new. These ideas are not new. The plan is not new. Again, Donald Trump is their vehicle to get this pushed forward. They have been trying this for years. It has been named many different things. The mandate for leadership was a big one. I think they talk. Yeah, let's just get into this. So, the Heritage Foundation has been releasing its Mandate for Leadership series in sync with each presidential election since 1981. Okay, so when people say this is like some new thing that came out of nowhere, they don't know what they're talking about. Often referred to as a, quote, policy Bible, end quote, in 2022, Heritage Foundation President Kevin Roberts launched Project 2025 to support the 2024 Republican presidential nominee with a personal database and ideological framework following resistance from civil servants during Donald Trump's presidency. So the fact that they don't like that people stood in Donald Trump's way, they don't like that there were laws and regulations and processes that Donald Trump had to follow, and that the civil servants stepped up. One of them, comes to mind that I would think that Donald Trump would be talking about is the gentleman. Fuck, I don't know why I forget his name all the time. You guys are going to help me in the chat. The gentleman that reported the phone call to Zelensky for the impeachment. The gentleman that had the recording. Hit me in the chat with the guy's name because you guys are smarter than I am. Military member. You guys are better than I am. I'll wait for you guys. Anyway, let's go back to this. Vindman, Alexander Vindman. Thank you, Dino. Appreciate you. You guys are. Oh, thank you, Mark. Yes, see, you guys are just so much smarter than I am. All right, back to so I don't. You guys are just making me feel bad now. I'm an idiot. Anyway, let's go. All right, so such examples of resistance include the State Department's dissent channel memos, whistleblower complaints, leaked documents, Inspector General reports. They really hate the Inspector General. Really hate the Inspector Generals. Testimonies from career officials and bureaucratic maneuvers to obstruct policies. The 920-page mandate published in April 2023 was authorized by hundreds of conservatives, including many former Trump officials, with significant funding from conservative donor Leonard Leo's network. Prior to Trump becoming the presumptive nominee in March 2024, the plan was more generally applicable to whoever ended up as the Republican nominee. But since the confirmation that it would be Trump, the plan has coalesced specifically around him. The Trump campaign emphasizes Agenda 47 as the only official plan for the second term, but it remains appreciative of the input from like-minded groups. Again, with the tweet, I can pull up the tweet if you want. Let's see here. Trump says no project. Excuse me. Let's see here. Images. I want to do the images. Here we go. This fucking ridiculous shit. This just absolutely nonsensical, ridiculous shit from a moron. Here we go. I'm gonna share this instead. How we doing? How you doing, chat? Thank you. Everybody's still saying Alexander Vindman. I appreciate it. I know you guys are just brilliant, and I am not. It's tough to come out with it off the cuff. I know it, but I just couldn't think of it. All right. Yes. So I know nothing. This is Donald Trump. I know nothing about Project 2025. Bullshit. Bullshit. Let me see. Do I got anything for that? I don't know if I got anything for that. Oh, yeah. Don't forget he also said this. Don't forget Donald Trump's also the man that said this.
You criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach.
Is in prison, and so a lot of people want to know if she's going to turn in powerful people. And I know you've talked in the past about Prince.
Jeez, everything. All right, stop playing. And just in case you're wondering who Donald Trump was speaking about in that engagement with the reporter there, oh yeah, it was Ghislaine Maxwell. You know, the Madame of Jeffrey Epstein. So, in case you didn't hear that, one more time. The lady that was known to traffic underage girls, pardon me, forgive me for that, underage girls, underage children, kids. That's who Donald Trump wants to wish well. Yeah, one more time. Let's just hear it one more time.
And you criticized Bill Clinton's behavior. I'm wondering, do you feel that she's going to turn in powerful men? How do you see that working out?
I don't know. I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach. But I wish her well, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's always what you want to say to a known sex trafficker and pedophile and just disgusting human being. And that was said as president of the United States. But again, here he says he knows nothing about Project 2025. I have no idea who's behind it. 2 sentences, you can't even call them blatant lies. 2 just fucking lies shot right out of, I don't even know what the hell. I mean, just the thing on Donald Trump's neck. You know, they probably shot out of Donald Trump's neck.
Vagina.
Yeah, that thing. That's where they shot out of. So I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's unbelievably ridiculous. The people have most of the people served in his cabinet or his campaign somehow or some way in some time. They've again. Let's see here. What I do here? I'm gonna do this. Did I already do this one? I can get rid of this one now. So I'm gonna do this. Let's see. Trump meets Kevin Roberts. And I'm sorry, I can't have a million friggin' things open on my computer, so bear with me. I just man will make sure videos. Let's see if I do this. Shakes. I saw the video, so I know it exists. Shakes hand with Kevin Roberts. Oh, just give me the motherfucking thing. Trump persecution. Anyway, it's let's see, news. Maybe it's on there. Can't believe they make this crap up. Tells voters not to believe their lying eyes. Let's see if this has anything to do with. Excuse me, Republicans not on a pledge. Disaster, bloody. That just goes into that. Stephen Miller, but you can't make out. No, that's not it. That's not it. Anyway, there's videos that you can look at. There's you can look up who was in Donald Trump's cabinet. Who was in Donald Trump's advisors. One of them is in a picture holding the fucking Trump bag like he just went shopping. I mean, you can't make the shit up. You can't make the shit up. So let's go back here. Let's finish this friggin' tweet. I disagree with some of the things they're saying. And some of the things they're saying are absolutely ridiculous and abysmal. Yet, the sentence before that literally says, I have no idea who is behind it, and I know nothing about Project 2025. So how in the fuck could you think it's ridiculous and abysmal? You don't know anything about it. How have you made your... Anyways, again, 3 sentences. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. 3 sentences, 3 just ridiculous lies. All right, let's go to the next one. Anything they do, I wish them luck. You just said it was... You just called them abysmal. You just, in the sentence... Hold on, let's see. See that? In the sentence before that, you just said abysmal. You said abysmal. Do you know what abysmal means? Do you know the definition of abysmal? I don't know if it means what you think it means. I don't know if you always wish abysmal people. I don't know. But anyway, they think Joe Biden. Anyway, keep talking about Joe Biden's debate. Anyway, anything they do, I wish them luck, but I have nothing to do with them. Horse shit. And I could pull up a Midas Touch video, I'm sure, that covers basically the handshakes and how they definitely know each other, just like Donald Trump throughout his entire career has told the press and the media that he doesn't know people, even though there's fucking multiple pictures with the said person and them shaking hands or at parties. It's fucking unbelievable that he seemingly still gets away with it. But let's continue into this. The 920-page mandate. Where did we get this? It was authored by 100 conservatives. We saw that prior to Trump becoming the presumptive nominee in March. Trump campaign emphasizes Agenda 47, the only plan for the second term, but it remains appreciative. The project advisory board consists of over 80 conservative organizations. 80 conservative organizations. It's unbelievable. I mean, come on. Including their think tanks, universities, and the magazine, The American Conservative. So this isn't something just put together haphazardly. This isn't just random. This is thought about. This is again, many people involved in this that want to implement this into this as the law of the land. It's just fucking absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. How are we doing? We doing all right, guys? We hanging in there? I know it's a little different because I'm reading a lot, but we'll get there. You just hang out in the chat, pay attention, make sure you're listening. Make sure you're understanding what this actually means. Yes, it is a manifesto, Jim. Correct. It is correct. And I read somewhere that out of the 920 pages, Trump has mentioned just a ridiculous number of times. Forget the exact number, but it was a very high number of times that Donald Trump's name just is in this. So how can you separate yourself from something that your name is in? Kevin Roberts has been on TV many times talking about how he supports Trump, how he wants to turn. I think in that MSNBC debate or in that MSNBC interview, he talked about how he wanted to turn there's so many things. It's hard to pick up one fucking thing. He said it in the interview, but there's a lot of things that he wanted to turn the government basically into Trumpism. I think he was being questioned on something he talked about in a different interview, but still, if you're talking about turning things into Trumpism, there's a connection there. I'm sorry. There is a fucking connection. So let's continue. Let's see what I already did. I could probably get rid of that one. Probably get rid of that one. That one. And all right, we'll keep going. All right, so theoretical foundation. At its core, Project 2025 is built on a maximalist interpretation of the unitary executive theory, which posits that the president should have absolute authority over the executive branch. This theory challenges the traditional balance of power between the branches of government, contending that all executive power should be concentrated in the hands of the president, thereby granting them direct control over all federal agencies and their actions. Prominent proponents of this theory include legal scholars and judges affiliated with the Federalist Society, a conservative legal organization. Key figures include former Attorney General Edwin Meese, Justice Samuel Alito, where have we heard that name before, and the late Justice Antonin Scalia. Their advocacy was helped embed this theory within conservative jurisprudence. Under President Donald Trump, the unitary executive theory found a practical and forceful application. Trump's administration consistently sought to expand presidential powers and reduce their influence of the branches of government. This approach was evident in various actions, such as the firing of FBI Director James Comey, the assertion of executive privilege to block congressional investigations, and the use of executive orders to bypass legal legislative process. Project 2025 builds on this foundation by explicitly seeking to embed these principles within the federal government. By advocating for the replacement of civil servants with loyalists, the initiative aims to ensure that the executive actions are carried out without resistance. This aligns with Trumpism's broader goal of consolidating power and marginalizing opposition, whether within the government or in the wider political landscape. Understanding Project 2025, this is basically what they want to do. So federal agency restructuring. The plan calls for drastic funding cuts to the Department of Justice, so the dismantling of the FBI and Department of Homeland Security. So this is what this plan calls for. Drastic funding cuts to the DOJ, dismantling the FBI and the DHS, and the elimination of the Department of Commerce. These measures aim to streamline government operations, but could also centralize power within the executive branch. So basically giving all the power to the president is what that means. Military deployment for domestic law enforcement. Project 2025 advocates for using the military in domestic law enforcement roles. Let me just go back to you guys for a sec. For using the military. Right? That's what using the military in domestic law enforcement roles. So tanks rolling down the street for a loud party? Okay. So in all seriousness, this aligns with their plan of mass deportations. This aligns with their plan of giving police officers what do I keep saying? I keep saying it wrong. They get what? Asylum is what I should be saying. He wants to give police officers. Oh, Colleen, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships, you angel, you little angel, you with your little cat, cute little cat. Tell your little kitty I said hi, and thank you so much, Colleen. I appreciate you so much. Again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I think it's important that we go through this. I think it's important that anybody that is, again, not as politically involved as we are, read through this and go through this, and maybe just watching me read through it is a little bit easier than doing it themselves. And if that's the case and that helps them, then so fucking be it. And I've done my job. But I'm not going to be the one that didn't bring up Project 2025. I'm not going to be the one talking about Joe Biden's debate and worrying about a single man in a huge cog of competent leaders that we have in our Democratic Party, ready to go, already taking control and putting policies in place. So I am not worried. I'm worried about the media. Believe me, the American people know. The American people know that they do not want another Trump presidency. They know it. We're politically involved. We see this every day, so we get frustrated with the media and their little, games that they play. But in reality, people are watching this at a passing glance. The debate really didn't have the effect that everybody thought it was going to. We keep steaming ahead. We keep rolling. We keep going. So let's get back into it. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. We're going through Project 2025. If you're just joining me now, I'm Boston Brian. This is Blunt Politics, and I think we're talking about one of the more important issues of our time, certainly facing us today. So hit the like button, share, subscribe. Thank you very much. We're going to get back into it. So we did the plan also endorses the use of the Insurrection Act of 1807 to suppress dissent and target political adversaries, raising serious concerns about civil liberties and democratic norms. All right. Again, this is straight Nazi shit. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know really how else to describe it. This is Nazi shit right here. This is Nazi shit. This is basically lighting the Reichstag on fire so then you can implement emergency laws that say you now have the power to do things you otherwise would not have the power to do. Adolf Hitler used this power to do just this, to suppress dissent and target political adversaries. And not only political adversaries, but the media, reporters, journalists, doctors, scientists, professors. Anybody that's smart enough to realize what they're doing is ridiculous. They will send you away. You think the mass deportations are just for people with Spanish sounding last names? Think a fucking again. Because when Dwight D. Eisenhower did the same thing in Operation Wetback, American citizens got deported. So if the cops have free reign, they're not worried about prosecution. If we're allowed to use the military in domestic law enforcement roles, if we're allowed to use the Insurrection Act of 1807 to target dissenters and political adversaries and go after them by any means necessary, this is this is a 1933 decree from the German Workers' Party. This is Nazi shit. I don't know how else to describe it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Huh? I mean, do you think I'm way off? Do you think I'm spot on? Is this as important to you as it is to me? Again, I know it's a nice day out, so we're not going to have huge numbers. But again, this can always be watched back. This is going to be on YouTube for hopefully forever. So you can always direct people to watch this. Again, if you stumble upon this later in time, make sure you are engaging in listening to what we're covering here, because this is Nazi shit. I don't know how else to say it. That's just what it is. So again, let's move on to the economic policies. The initiative includes significant tax cuts and deregulation. Again, Trump fought hard for deregulation, which again, you can almost say led to more train crashes, more water pollution, more factory worker deaths, more destruction of beautiful land areas. So he just basically wants to continue that. And the tax cuts for the rich, obviously, that is something that already happened. We see that he's wants to take, what did he say? He wants $5 billion or something from the oil companies or the oil executives, and he'll basically give them free reign to do whatever, as opposed to what they're doing now with the drilling more than we ever had drill. It makes absolutely no sense. But to give them absolute power is just beyond comprehension. It just makes absolutely no sense. So particularly favoring the fossil fuel industry, like I was just saying, by relaxing environmental regulations, like I was just saying. These policies aim to reduce government intervention in the economy, potentially boosting corporate profits while exacerbating pollution and climate change. This is so clear. And I think whoever did this, shout out to, again, David Pacman and his team, whoever wrote this up, whoever put it in this form, whoever made it, this easy to read and this easy to understand what they're actually doing. I thank you very much. It's very important. Who knows? Maybe somebody sends us to David Pacman. Appreciate it, David. Anyway, potentially boosting corporate profits. Why the fuck in today's day and age do we need to further boost corporate profits? When the amount that CEOs make and the amount that the lower workers make is so fucking vastly different. When companies are basically taking money and pumping it back into their own company, into the stocks, to inflate the stock price, to then make more money off of that. It's ridiculous. Instead of putting it into research and development, instead of putting it into further safety issues or design features that make their product better, they'd rather just boost their stock. So that's what this is all about. That's what they want to do. Exacerbating pollution and climate change. I saw a video today of a house in Nantucket, right? Over the last, it was basically a shot of the last, I think it was 25 years, right on the water. And the screenshots of every year, the water was closer and closer and closer and closer to the house. Until now, that property is occupied by fucking 3 striped bass, a shark, and fucking some electricity. It's gone. It's underwater. And unlike Donald Trump and unlike Ben Shapiro and other fucking morons that have said this is just going to create more fucking beachfront property. That's all it's going to do. People are going to have more beachfront property. Or if you live on the coast and the water rises, you just move inland, pick up all your shit, and just move inland like that's possible for everybody to do. Fuck you. Or Donald Trump saying the same thing. You know what I mean? It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. We're gonna have more properties on the water. Waterfront properties are good. We do that, folks. It's gonna be great. People are gonna be dying, but fuck it. Ridiculous. Okay, so scientific research funding. We can only imagine what these people want to do to the science community after COVID. We can only just imagine. Project 2025 seeks to restrict federal funding for scientific research right off the bat. Right off the bat, seeks to restrict. Restrict means take away. Restrict means deny. So just in case there's any MAGAs out there, trolls watching, and this is maybe above their comprehension level. Restrict means to deny. So they want to deny federal funding for scientific research for projects that align with conservative principles. Seek to restrict federal funding for scientific research to protect that. That makes no sense to me. Am I the only one? Project 2025 seeks to restrict federal funding for scientific research to projects that align with conservative. Why the fuck why are they restricted if it's going to? Anyway, the shift could deprioritize certain areas of scientific inquiry and innovation, influencing the direction of federal research efforts. Any restriction in funding to our scientific efforts and what this country is doing to move forward in science-based medicine, whatever it may be, in many different areas, any restriction of that is no, thank you. So education, here we go. The plan proposes abolishing the Department of Education. We've heard that many a times from them. We know that's nothing new. And transferring control to the states. This could lead to varied education policies and funding levels across the country, reducing federal oversight and potentially increasing disparities in education quality, which we have already. Let's just face it. That's what we have already. The quality of education, say in Fucktown, Alabama, is going to be a lot different than it would be, say, if you grew up in, I don't know, anywhere around here, anywhere around here, or in big anywhere that has a better education system, basically. So we have a huge disparity already. Not saying this is anything good, but I mean, They're trying to make it worse. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing to help. This is just to make it worse. The abolishment or the abolishing of the Department of Education and transferring control to the states, meaning that the states run by all conservatives or all Republicans that are nut jobs have free reign to tell these schools how, when, why, what to study, what books to use. Again, book burning. What's that? What do we call that, folks? We call that Nazi stuff. Shit, was I not showing you that the whole time? I do apologize. But anyway, you get the point. But that's what we call Nazi stuff, people. Okay. The rights. Some of the more important parts here. Women, are you listening? My women, how are we? Let's go to the chat. Ladies, how are you? How are we doing here? You having a good day? I appreciate you. Deborah, Mish, Tiffany, who else we got? Stoneflower Dragon. I'm gonna Spicy Dragon, I'm guessing, because who knows from your name. Robin, how are you? Thank you for being here. Basically, thank you to the women in the channel. Nina, Evie's aunt. Let's go. Leah, let's go. Super Saint, how are you? What's going on? Yeah, but thank you so much. But ladies, listen up. This not only has to do with you, but your daughters, your nieces, your cousins, whoever it may be. Let's go back to this. I'll make sure you can see it this time, so I'm not an asshole. Reproductive rights. The initiative, so 2025, the initiative rejects abortion as healthcare and seeks to restrict access to contraception. Let me read that again, just to make this clear. Want to make it clear here. The initiative rejects abortion as healthcare. Flat out. This doesn't say, we're going to put in some exceptions for incest and rape for the women. We're not going to do anything. It's just not going to be considered healthcare. They're going to restrict not only that, but access to contraception, reflecting a socially conservative stance with a significant implications for women's reproductive health and family planning. So where you plan on moving to, okay? Not only do you have to think about that, but are we going to have kids anytime soon? Because I don't want to have a daughter in Texas. I don't want to have a daughter in Tennessee. I don't want to have a daughter in Alabama or Kentucky, wherever. I don't want to have a daughter that, God forbid, some years down the line, we have to deal with one of these problems that we either go to jail or we have to go to out of state, which is costly, as everybody knows. This is huge, God. This is fucking ridiculous. And it's in fucking writing. It's connected to Donald Trump without a shadow of a doubt. This is the Nazi manifesto right here. This is Mein Kampf 2024. That's what that is right here. Let me see if I can. This is what that's what this is. This is Mein Kampf 2024. This is the ramblings of a madman. And again, I know this is what David Pakman put in, but I'm saying their policies and their what they plan on doing. It is. Oh, thank you to Arizona Sunflowers for becoming a Patreon member. Look at you go. Fucking amazing. I love seeing you guys in Hal's chat. I love seeing you guys here. Thank you so much. It really, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Warms my heart, fills my soul to know that you guys care to come hang out and talk about stuff that's not always easy to talk about. I know we like joking around here. We like poking fun at Trump. We like, laughing and stuff, but I think it's time. It's time to get serious about this stuff. Not that I wasn't, but understand what I'm saying. We can't always be laughing at Donald Trump's inability to fucking live life at all like a normal human being. 250 calm. Thank you. You're a good one, BB. I appreciate you. Hank, 19 minutes to 420. Thanks, Hank. Uh-oh. Mark, what do we got? We got a West alert. West alert. Wee, wee, wee. Do I have a siren sound? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a... Oh, George, no, you're a good dude, buddy. No, Jorge, don't. No, not me. You. No, you. You are. Let's see. Wes, Yeah. He's fucking up the chat. No, I like Wes. Mark's a good guy too, so. All right, back to this absolute nonsense. It's just so depressing to leave. All right, so we did reproductive rights. Let's do social policies. Project 2025 aims to criminalize pornography. What is this? What is this? I'm sorry, it's probably hard for you to see. What is this? Like, where does that even come from? What is that? Like, why? Don't they want people having kids and shit? It makes no sense. I don't know. What the fuck? Why? How? Like, these companies, they're gonna what? They're gonna take these companies to court because these companies aren't going away. It's just ridiculous. Remove legal protections for LGBTQ individuals. Again, it's so crazy to read like that. It's just like I'm reading like the manual for the T4 euthanasia program that the Nazis had. You know what I mean? It's like when the fucking doctors that read that the first time read what they would, their agenda and what they were planning on doing, they must have been horrified. You know what I mean? They must have been absolutely fucking horrified. But this is literally just for you to read, telling you they want to criminalize pornography, which is just ridiculous. And remove legal protections for gay individuals. How I don't understand. Promoting a conservative social agenda that could roll back rights and protections for marginalized communities. I don't know. I don't know. It's so blatant. It's so. Ooh, did I miss something? I'm sorry. Oh, Benny Loco. They've flipped the belt switch. Let's do this, ladies. Yes. And thank you for your support. Thank you so much. You know what ladies do? They run the world. Ladies run the world. All right. Sorry. My bad, Beyonce. That's my fault. But yes, women are absolutely the backbone of the Democratic Party, the backbone of this nation, and are absolutely not going to stand up for this shit. Therefore, their husbands will be at least having a few difficult conversations with their wives if they may have a different opinion on this, which will then hopefully get some of the husbands to turn. So let's go. Thank you, Benny. Thank you to the women in here, the ladies in here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being. Yes, Lindsay, veterans are pissed too. Absolutely. Moms Russo just joined Patreon. Let's go. Patreon.com/Boston Brian. There's several tiers you can choose from depending on what your financial situation is. And again, if you're not in the financial position to take money out of your pocket, don't do it. Don't fucking do it. I don't want it. I don't want your last anything. I want you to support this channel for free. I want you to like, share, and subscribe. If that's the position you're in, fucking perfect. My hug will be just as tight when I see you for the first time. If not, there's several other places. Again, below me some. I think it's over here. Maybe over here, the join button. Somewhere over there. So you can hit that. And like I said, for a couple bucks a month, you can help produce democratic content like this with nobody above me telling me what I can and cannot say. This is my shit. Okay. This is me. I started this. We started this. So sorry. It's us. All right. So let's keep going. Immigration and law enforcement. This should be great. The plan calls for an aggressive immigration enforcement and the expansion of capital punishment. Again, every sentence I read, every single sentence I read is worse than the next. Right? Am I wrong? It just gets worse and worse and worse the more you read it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sensationalist. What's sensationalist? Oh man, let me know. I know I always can't always get the meaning of what you're talking about in one comment, especially if you're responding to somebody. But yeah, it's hopefully I think you're talking about them. Life will end no matter what. Of course it will. Nazism with a new shade of lipstick is still Nazism. Correct. You can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still pig. So that's what we're dealing with now. That's exactly what we're dealing with now. Highlighting a tough stance on national. Hold on, let me make it so you can see it. That would probably be better. There we go. And let's see, they are highlighting a tough stance on national security and law and order with potentially severe impacts on immigrant communities and the criminal justice system. So far, we've got people in the porn industry, homeless people. Let's see here. We got capital punishments, gay people, tough stance on immigrants, people of color. So in these, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they break this down into 8 separate parts, and in those 8 parts, they pretty much go after every fucking American on demand. Just everybody. Just fucking everybody. Here are some of the short-term risks. One of the most immediate risks posed by Project 2025 is the erosion of the democratic norms. The initiative's plan to replace existing federal civil servants with lawyers and restructure federal agencies undermines the system of checks and balances that is fundamental to the American democracy. By centralizing power within the executive branch and reducing oversight from Congress and the judiciary, Project 2025 threatens to weaken the mechanisms that prevent authoritarian rule. Project 2025 also poses significant risk to civil liberties and human rights. The proposal to increase militarization of law enforcement and the potential use of the Insurrection Act to suppress dissent and reflect a troubling shift towards authoritarian practices. Such measures could result in the targeting of political adversaries, suppression of free speech, widespread surveillance, all of which are antithetical to the principles of free, open societies. Absolutely true. Social and cultural impacts. The social and cultural impacts of Project 2025 are equally concerning. The initiative's stance on reproductive rights, LGBTQIA+ protections, and conservative social values signals a significant rollback of progress in the social justice system and equality. Restrictions on access to the contraception and reproductive health care, along with efforts to criminalize pornography and remove protections for the LGBTQIA individuals, reflect a socially regressive agenda. Man, where have I seen that picture before? Seen that noose. Is that a noose? It looks like a noose. Almost looks like the Capitol there. Is there a Trump flag? I do see a Trump flag. Okay. Anyway. Long-term risk, education and knowledge suppression. One of the most profound long-term risks of Project 2025 is the potential suppression of education and knowledge. By proposing the abolition of the Department of Education and shifting control to the states, the initiative threatens to create significant disparities in educational quality across the country. States with fewer resources or more conservative leadership may implement curriculum that align with specific ideological perspectives, potentially neglecting comprehensive fact-based education. The decentralization could lead to a fragmented education system where students' access to quality education depends heavily on where their geographic location is, exacerbating existing inequalities and undermining national education standards. Furthermore, Project 2025's plan to restrict federal funding for scientific research to projects that align with conservative principle values poses a grave threat to the innovation and scientific project. By prioritizing research that fits a particular ideological framework, the initiative risks stifling social research. This suppression of knowledge not only hampers scientific advancements, but also diminishes the United States' ability, global leadership in research and development, potentially leading to a brain drain where top scientists and innovators seek opportunities in more supportive environments. So either leave the country, they're either locked up by these fucking psychopaths that want to implement Project 2025, just like Nazi Germany, where basically, and Russia, where you couldn't find a good doctor because they killed all the good doctors. So if you needed something to be done, you had to find one of the bad doctors that just went along with anything, but didn't really actually know how to perform their fucking duties. It's crazy. Economic inequality. The economic policies proposed under Project 2025 could lead to significant long-term economic inequality. The initiative advocates for substantial tax cuts and deregulation, primarily benefiting wealthy individuals and large corporations. While these measures are framed as efforts to stimulate economic growth, they often result in increased profits for the rich and minimal benefits for the broader population. The reduction of government intervention and social safety nets could exacerbate the wealth gap, leaving low and middle income Americans with fewer resources and opportunities for economic advancement. Does that sound like something you want? Everybody complains about how much shit costs today, and the cost of living and housing and cars and gas and this and that. Oh, do you want to make it fucking worse? Are we trying to make this worse? Are we trying to make the rich even richer? How many fucking spaceships do they need? How many fucking spaceships do they need? Let me see. I don't even know if this works. I'm hoping it works, but it's fucking right. Does that even work? Tell me if you can hear that. Anyway, let's go to the environmental consequences. Oh, did I not finish this yet? I didn't finish this yet. Hold on. While these measures are framed as efforts to stimulate economic growth, leaving government resources, I did say that. The reduction of government intervention, social safety, I did say that. Additional Project 25 deregulation policies, particularly those favoring the fossil fuel industry, could have severe economic repercussions. By relaxing environmental regulations, the initiative may encourage short-term economic gains at the expense of long-term sustainability. Right? So we could build this site, we could drill on this site, we could fucking dam up this river or whatever it is and make a shitload of money now, but 20-25 years down the line they're gonna have fucking some serious problems in this area. The water's gonna be poisoned. They're not gonna be able to grow food on the whatever it is. I mean, just in many ways that fucking deregulation can hurt the environment. Let's see here. The approach can lead to environmental degradation, health issues, and increased cost for future generations. Project 2025's environmental policies pose significant long-term risks to both the environment and public health. By advocating for deregulation and prioritizing the interests of the fossil fuel industry, the initiative threatens to roll back critical environmental protections. This could result in increased pollution, habitat destruction, and a significant acceleration of climate change. Moreover, the initiative's approach would weaken America's position on the world stage by demonstrating that the U.S. is not fully committed to the fight against climate change. As one of the largest contributors to the greenhouse gas emissions, the United States plays a crucial role in international climate agreements and initiatives. By relaxing environmental regulations and prioritizing short-term economic gains, Project 2025 risks isolating the U.S. from global climate efforts and diminishing its leadership role. Right? So it starts with the United States. Everything starts with the United States. If we show the world that we are serious about climate change, that we are serious about getting rid of Donald Trump, that we are serious about being done with MAGA, that we are serious about governing, the world typically follows our lead, right? Again, what's the fuck? I forget it every time. The saying. I think I make up my own, tell you the truth. Doesn't really matter. The U.S. sneezes, Britain catches a cold, Europe gets the flu. It trickles down. Whatever happens here, inevitably you start seeing in other areas around the world. That's why you're not starting to see, but you have seen the growth of right-wing, fascist, authoritarian groups. Again, like the Reform Party we were talking about in Britain, 14% of the vote, I believe is what I saw. Correct me if I'm wrong if that changed. Italy, France, Germany, they followed the lead of America. Donald Trump normalized hatred, normalized bigotry, normalized just dysfunction altogether, which then spreads to other people. They see that's okay. They see bashing on an immigrant is okay. They hear Donald Trump calling them rapists and drug dealers coming across the border. So then people have find it okay to show their disgust or they're violently attack these people. So many different examples you could pull from. Let's see here. Bible action, I think I already read that. Legal and constitutional crisis. Okay, here's another big one. Project 2025's proposal are likely to provoke significant legal and constitutional crisis. By advocating for the dismissal of federal civil servants and the restructuring of federal agencies to serve the executive's agenda, the initiatives risk numerous legal battles over the scope of executive authority. The expansion of presidential power, as envisioned in Project 2025, could lead to constitutional changes similar to those faced during the Watergate scandal and the Bush administration's post-9/11 policies. Legal and constitutional crisis can destabilize governance and erode public trust in democratic institutions. In the short term, the legal battles and potential overreach could paralyze government functions. In the long term, repeated challenges to constitutional norms could weaken the rule of law, as seen in countries like Hungary under Viktor Orban, where judicial independence has been curtailed. Where have we heard that name before? There's a guy that loves touting Viktor Orban and what he says, even though his country had some of the highest inflation, even though we see like here they have absolutely no, independence judicially. Basically, Viktor Orban controls the people, controls the courts. That's what it is. He's Putin's little bitch. Societal division and conflict of policies proposed by Project 2025 are likely to exacerbate societal divisions and provoke conflict. Right off the bat, is that something you think right now? I mean, if shit kicks off right now because of this, that will demonstrably change this country. It's unimaginable how ridiculous it is to even suggest what these policies are suggesting. By promoting conservative social values and rolling back protections for reproductive rights and LGBTQI individuals, the initiative risks alienating large segments of the population. In the short term, heightened societal divisions can manifest its protests, civil disobedience, and even violent clashes as communities resist policies that undermine their rights and freedoms. The militarization of law enforcement proposed by Project 2025 could exacerbate these tensions, leading to an escalation of violence and repression. In the long term, entrenched societal divisions can undermine social cohesion and stability, making it difficult to achieve consensus on critical national issues. Economic inequality, exacerbated by tax cuts and deregulation, can further deepen these divisions, as seen in Venezuela's economic crisis. See here. Historic parallels and case studies. The Nixon administration use of executive power in attempts to obstruct justice. The Nixon administration's Watergate scandal involved, as you know, illegal activities by Nixon's re-election campaign, followed by attempts to cover them up, including using federal agencies to obstruct justice. This abuse of executive power led to significant public turmoil in Nixon's resignation. Project 2025's proposal to replace federal civil servants with loyalists mirrors Nixon's strategy of controlling federal agencies to protect his interests, risking executive overreach and normalization of obstruction behaviors. So, again, absolute power, 20,000 federal civil servants that are loyal, that will say yes to anything Donald Trump says. This just goes on to give more examples. Here's a good one. The Bush administration post 9/11 expansion of executive power and the surveillance Patriot Act. Let's do this one. Let's do the Adolf Hitler. Centralization of the powers and erosion. Let's do this one. Adolf Hitler. Can you see? I just want to make sure you can see. Yes, you can see. Just want to make sure. How's everybody doing? Yes, I know. I know. I'm sorry. Old Soviet base. Weird. What's that, Frankie? What are we talking about? Did I hop into mid-conversation here? I probably did. I so think I did. All right, let's read about how this actually lines up with what Hitler was saying. Adolf Hitler's rise to power in Germany involved dismantling democratic institutions and centralizing power through the enabling act. Sound for fucking million. His rise to power in Germany involved dismantling democratic institutions and centralizing power through the Enabling Act of 1933. So Project 2025 seeks to do the exact same thing for many of the same exact reasons as Adolf Hitler in 1933. Straight line you could draw. Straight fucking line you could draw. Or we could talk about Benito Mussolini. Benito Mussolini's establishment of fascist regime in Italy involves suppressing political opposition and centralizing power, using propaganda, intimidation, and violence to maintain control. Project 2025's ideology of significant restructuring of federal agencies, increasing executive authority, bears similarities to Mussolini's approach, risking the suppression of political adversaries and erosion of the democratic norms, leading to potential authoritarian governance. Let's see. We can also go through, examples of Vladimir Putin doing the same, Hugo Chavez and Nicolas Maduro, and again, we talked about Viktor Orban. Prevention strategies. Here is what we have to do to prevent it. This is, in my opinion, the most important part of the whole thing, now that you know what they are trying to implement. So, voting in the 2024 election. Voting in the 2024 election is crucial to prevent Project 2025. Let me say that again. Just make that clear. Hold on. I just want to make that clear. Let's see here. Voting in the 2024 election is crucial to preventing Project 2025. Only you can change that. Only you can stop that. So get off your ass in November. Get the fuck out and vote. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Let's see here. And stop Donald Trump from reclaiming the executive branch. Ensure you are legally eligible to vote. Great. Make sure you're calling your towns or town halls or whatever you need to do to make sure that you are actually registered to vote. Even if you think you're registered to vote, I would call to double check. You never know what happens. Support candidates who prioritize democratic values by voting for Joe Biden for president and other Democrats and progressives down the ballot. For those who want to get even more involved, consider phone banking, canvassing, and donating to campaigns and organizations that support these candidates and causes. You guys are fucking fantabulous people, so I absolutely know that you already do contribute to these causes. That's just the people that you are. That's why you're in my chat. That's why you're listening to Hal and Midas Touch and everybody else. So, oh, hold on. Frank answered me. Thank you, Frankie. Sorry, Brian. Yeah, Ivanka and her hubby are building a project in Albania, which had a now supposed closed. Oh, it's on it's an old Soviet base. Oh, go figure. I wonder how they got the go ahead for that. I wonder who gave them the go ahead for that. You think? Couldn't have been Vladimir Putin. All right. Anyway, we'll continue with this because, like I said, most important part just how to combat it. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I appreciate you sticking with me. I do. I really do. I appreciate you sticking with me. All 647 of you guys. Again, I kind of expected this to be a kind of a watch later episode because, like I said, it's nice out, and I'm the idiot that decided to do a show at 1 in the afternoon. Anyway, Christopher, what's going on, my man? Vote and educate your friends and family. Prevent Nazi takeover, Salem witch trials, and economic collapse. Vote. Christopher. Should be a T-shirt. Put that on a T-shirt, sell it, you'll be all set. Might be able to quit your job because you're absolutely fucking right. Absolutely fucking right. Thank you, Mark. Look at Mark. There we go. Are you registered to vote? Gives you a nice link. Click on the link. Make sure you're registered to vote. Do your part. You're all set there. And at least you don't have to worry about that part. You know what I mean? At least you don't have to worry about that part. But here we go. Where did I leave off? Ensure you are legally eligible to vote, that you are registered to support candidates that prioritize democratic values for voting Joe Biden. For those who want to get more involved, I said that. Regulatory and policy prevention. Okay, here we go. Final months of Joe Biden's first term, robust regulatory and policy measures will be essential to safeguard democratic institutions for the future. This includes protecting civil servants from politically motivated dismissals, strengthening whistleblower protections, and enhancing oversight mechanisms. Congress should use its power to check executive actions and maintain a balance of power. That's why they call them the equal branches of government, because they're equal. No one has more power. Anyway, policy reform should codify protections for reproductive rights, LGBTQI individuals, and other vulnerable communities into federal law. Raising public awareness about the dangers of Project 2025 is crucial for building a collective resistance to its implementation, utilizing various media platforms, including this one you're on right now. Thank you so much. Hit the like, including social media, podcasts, and community outreach programs can help disseminate information widely and mobilize public opinion, which is exactly what I'm doing here. What I'm doing is what I'm doing. The fuck? This includes promoting civic engagement, encouraging voter participation, and supporting grassroots movements that advocate for democratic reforms. Court challenges. In the parts of Project 25 are implemented, legal challenges will be a critical component of preventing its worst consequences from taking hold. By contesting unconstitutional actions and policies in court, opponents can utilize the judicial system to uphold the rule of law and protect democratic institutions. Public interest law firms and civil rights organizations can lead. Why can't I read this right now? And lead these efforts, filing lawsuits that challenge the legality of executive overreach, dismissal of civil servants, and other undemocratic measures. Project 2025 is carried out. International cooperation will be essential for countering its global implications and reinforcing democratic values worldwide. Building alliances with other democracies can create a united front against authoritarianism, promoting shared principles of governance and human rights. Collective initiatives can also focus on addressing transnational challenges such as climate change, cybersecurity, and economic equality. which require coordinated global responses. Through international cooperation, democracies can reinforce each other's efforts to resist authoritarian tendencies and uphold the principles of freedom and justice. This is just well written. Recap and time for action. The time to act is now. Project 2025 poses a direct threat to the democratic principles that form the foundation of our nation. We must come together to resist these authoritarian tendencies and protect our rights and freedoms. Your vote in November is crucial. By voting, you can help ensure that our government remains accountable, transparent, and committed to the values of democracy and justice. Support candidates who stand for these principles and oppose the centralization of power and suppression of civil liberties. Engage with your community, educate others about the risks, and advocate for policies that uphold democratic norms. Together, we can prevent the implementation of Project 2025 and safeguard the future of our democracy. Vote in November. Our nation's future depends on it. Very well done. Very well done, I think. And I'm not saying by me, I'm saying by whoever wrote that, whoever put that together. Again, made it, sorry, Mark, I left that up there. Made it extremely easy. Again, reading through that didn't take long. Again, if you didn't have to explain it on YouTube, you could fly through that thing and just have a much better understanding of what the hell is going on and what they are trying to do, what they want to do, and what they are very fucking close to doing, especially if the mainstream media continues to do what it does, or is doing, I should say. And again, just working for Donald Trump, basically. Just absolutely working for Donald Trump and doing whatever the fuck they can, I think, to make this a horse race, to seem like it's close, to seem like they're two of the same kind, which again plays into the conservative libertarian aspect of all the fucking politicians are the same, which obviously they are not, because Joe Biden is not a rapist. Joe Biden has not been adjudicated to have defamed the woman he raped twice. His company is not a criminal company. He didn't take millions from China. He didn't pay $750 in federal taxes. The same year, he paid almost $200,000 in taxes to China. The list goes on. The list goes 666 for people in here. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. To the people on Twitch, if you got Amazon Prime, I think you can either follow, subscribe, whatever it is on Twitch. It doesn't cost you a dime. I think you can do it for free. Thank you to the members on YouTube, and also thank you to the couple hundred people watching on Twitter. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. So again, just ridiculous stuff coming out of the GOP, the media, the Heritage Foundation, conservative think tanks. What did they? I mean, I don't understand how they expect any of that to work. I really don't. I mean, you don't just replace 20,000 federal civil servants and then try to have, and if you read the actual Project 2025, which we actually will, I just thought that was a good little starter to get into it for you guys. I know a lot of people have been saying in the chat that they want to talk about Project 2025 and we should be focusing on that more, and I do agree. I absolutely agree. But now that we have time, let me get rid of this one. Let me get rid of that one, and I'm going to do this. We're going to take a look at some of the footage coming out of Ukraine. Can you see that? I'm going to do, because it doesn't have to be big, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do maybe this. And then do a little bit of that one. Can't do that one. I just do this one. Yeah, let's go. We'll go naked. Let's go naked. No, I gotta have the Ukraine up. Can I have just the Ukraine up? No, I can't have just the Ukraine up. All right, we'll do that. Fuck it. That's my name. That's who I am. All right. We're gonna scroll through this very, very, very gently because that says not suitable for work, which means it is not suitable for my stream. Ukrainian soldiers performed U.S. national anthem. That's pretty cool. I'm sorry. That's pretty fucking cool. Obviously, for July 4th, just a little show of appreciation, I think, from the Ukrainian military to take time out to film this, to show some respect and appreciation for the United States and the help that we've given them so far. So hats off to this guy right here, Volodymyr Zelensky. Slava Ukraine. Heroyam Slava. Privet, my друзі. Thank you. Let's go. We'll continue this because it's just fucking amazing. You see how they switched the flag? So it's, see the American flag? Now it's the Ukrainian flag, unless it's a different, they're just sitting on two different sides, but it's pretty cool. Let's fucking go. Tell me that doesn't fucking pump you up a little bit. Ooh. Ooh, baby, I like it. Ooh, baby, I like it. Pump me up a little bit. So thank you to those guys. Wow, just took me out of Reddit altogether. I think I went too far. I think I went a little bit too far. I don't want to see that. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, no, I'm not even in the right thing. Now I got to go up. I got to go here. All righty, let's see here. Hello and all. Continued updating and reporting on war crimes. Frontline exposing war crimes. On the subject of war crimes, in the recent video circulated in the castration, of Ukrainian POW has made an impact on us all. These acts cannot go unpunished. Publishing private video, publishing people's private information is against British rules, however. Okay. Ongoing explosions in Russian ammunition. Okay, I always like seeing Russian shit blow up. Let's check it out. Oh. I'm going to just go ahead and say from the guy's heavy breathing and, I don't know, the mushroom cloud that I'm looking at, shit's not going well in that area. Shit's not going well. Let's see if we can back this up a little bit. See if we can back it up a little bit and see that explosion again. I don't know what that was. Look like ammo? Almost looks like the, not distress flares, but the flares the helicopters shoot out after they shoot the missiles to throw off any guided missiles or any shoulder-fired rockets that might be coming at them. It just looks like flares to me. I don't know. That's weird. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Probably more information on here. Let me see. Let's see here. Pretty good explosion. I mean, you can obviously tell in the first one. I mean, the first one was a big boom. Still ongoing explosions. Russian ammunition near Voronezh. Okay, so ammunition. Voronezh Oblast, Russia. This depot was attacked by Ukrainian UAVs last night. Good. Appreciate it. Ukrainian military shoots down Russian Su-25 in Donetsk. Good. Let's see. Ukraine hits Russian ammunition depot. This is probably from another angle. This might be the first. This might be a video of the first explosion or just after. Let's see. I think that's the same video. Sorry. Let's see here. In less than 48 hours since appointment, UK Defense Minister visits Ukraine and announces new aid package. All right, I like that. I like that. Can't show that one. Le Pen calls for cancellation of authorization for Ukraine to use French weapons to strike Russia. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Here we go. Fascists want to take over already. Le Pen calls for cancellation of basically Ukraine to use French weapons to strike Russia. Totally against what Macron wanted. Totally against what Macron said. Photos from Russian servicemen, quote, 25 FPV drones arrived, Russian context. So I'm going to say that's just not good. Took out the vehicles. Let's go. Hold on. Stop playing every time. This is a Russian BMP hits a mine. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say not good. Not good. Just not good at all. He actually looks like he's going off. He's actually looks like he's half off the track of the road or whatever it is. So it looks like he might be trying to avoid what he thought of mines already and kind of ran right into it, unless the Ukrainians was recognized that they were kind of trying to avoid the road as much as possible and put it on basically the side of the road. Either way, I don't think too many people are walking away from that one. All right. Russia claims to be inspecting a captured Storm Shadow missile. Bullshit. Why do these just play automatically? I don't know. This is a Brazilian volunteer with codename Sierra died in combat against the Russians. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, sir. Thank you for your fucking services. Thank you for your sacrifice. Russian state propaganda Sergei Madan said that Russia is waging war in order to plunder captured territories. Previously, Russian propaganda claimed that Russia was helping and freeing people in Ukraine. Now they have stopped being shy and openly recognize their goals.
Война ведется для того, чтобы в победившую метрополию... Вообще война ведется для того, что...
War is fought to seize the enemy's wealth.
В победившую метрополию везли...
And to take it to the victorious metropolis.
Вазы, значит, захваченным золотом врага для того...
The war is going on to make everything great for us.
Чтобы у нас все было классно, в шоколаде, вот мне кажется...
I think Putin's concept of victory is exactly this.
Концепция победы у Путина, вот она такая.
Well, obviously, they haven't been hiding it for a long time, and we have all the videos and propaganda videos and sound bites and clips that we need to convince people that this is a war of annihilation. This isn't, like you said, going in to help Ukrainians to save them and fucking save them from Nazism and all the Nazis and shit. That you don't hear that anymore. You don't hear that anymore. They're not saving anymore. They're just killing and plundering. That's their plan. That's their plan. A video of, is everybody still with me? How's everybody doing? We still with me? Are we enjoying this? Is this okay for you guys to check out what's going on in Ukraine for a little bit? After we, let's decompress after going through Project 2025. Is this okay? Thumbs up for everybody. Appreciate you being here. Smash the like button. Share, subscribe. Boston Brian, patreon.com/Boston Brian. Mel, who's not here today, so everybody wish Mel a nice weekend. Hope she's getting some rest. Hope she's getting some relaxation in. I know that's probably not the case, but I'm hoping and I'm wishing and I'm praying. I love you. Thank you so much. But she is working extremely hard to put together a website that just has everything that you need, a one-stop shop. So I am excited that we're going to be launching that. Therapy, what's up, my brother? I feel like I didn't say hi to you, and I do apologize for that. Hi, Independent. Slav Ukraine. Absolutely. Jim the Geek. Yes, Boss Brian. Love you bunches. Hal is in the chat. What's up, Hal? What's up, brother? Appreciate you. I don't know where you are or when you were here, but sorry I missed you. Yeah, I'm right now trying to do my best to navigate. Oh, thank you, Delta Dawn. Appreciate you. I'm doing my best to navigate through Reddit. There's no way I could show the Telegram channels that I follow, and Hal, I'm sure, like I said, I think you've said before that we probably follow the same Telegram channels, going by the information that we both come out with, it's very similar. But yeah, I just want to show everybody. This is a Ukrainian volunteer, a bunch of soldiers called Blind Fury, the unit being trained in operating an M777 155 millimeter howitzer. Indian shells being used. So let's check that out. I'm sorry, but that is a fucking massive, massive, massive gun. Look at the size of that fucking thing. Are you shitting me? No, thank you. Want to be on the other end of that? Oh. Ooh, just gives me a little tingle. Gives me a little tingle. I don't know. Just something about just the I don't know if it's the design or the the mechanics of it, or just the ability for that thing to hurl a 155 millimeter shell. God knows how. And accurate too. Let's see here. Ukrainian drone struck a military ammunition depot in Voronezh this morning. I think this might be a different angle of the same one we saw. Let's see. Man, those things aren't sneaking up on anybody, huh? I don't think I wish I could let me go big here for a second. Let me go big here. I wish you guys could understand how crazy it is for me to go from studying the V1, right? The doodle bug. That was basically just that thing. That's all it was. It's just a fucking flying bomb. Had an engine on it. When the engine cut out, it dove down. Kaboom. Thank you, Janine, for the message. I am there. Thank you. Let's fucking go. Oh, you're the best, Janine. Thank you so much for the Patreon message. I appreciate all the well wishes and support. You guys are fucking fantastic. I know I know the wallet only stretches so far, and I know there's only so much every individual can do, but I am looking to build this community into something forceful and that has power and an impact on today's society. So again, the more people we can get here, the better it is. Hal is still here, Brian. All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate him watching. I mean, shit, there's no better feeling in the world than having somebody that you watch all the time like watching what you do. So thank you. I appreciate it. I hope he had a great show this weekend. I hope he had a great weekend overall. I know he's a busy man, and he'll be coming to Boston very soon. We're going to have a good time. We are very much going to have a good time. Obviously, I think he said he wants to do some breakfast because he has a late flight, so that's cool with me. But I think there's a little more trouble we could probably get into. Who knows? Maybe I pull a Wedding Crashes on the Sexy Liberal tour and just run on stage. Who knows? Anything happens. Anything can happen. But I appreciate you watching if you're hearing it, my man. I do appreciate it. Yeah, so let me get out of this. Again, like I was saying, it's just easy to have studied World War II. Oh, there he is. What's up, my man? My plane is having mechanical issues, and unlike Jenk, I am not attacking the gauge. No sane person wants to get on a broken plane. Oh, man. He'd be all over Pete Buttigieg. You know it. He'd be on Pete Buttigieg's ass real quick for the broken plane, because everything that supposedly happens in the transportation industry, any problems now is Pete Buttigieg's fault. Brunch with Boston Brian. I'm in, Hal. I'm in. Like I said, in any way I can be involved with you and your trip and get to hang out, whatever we can do. Like I said, the more time the merrier. I got my little Hal Sparks symbol ready to go so I can get into the show. I'm ready to rock and roll, my man. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. It's gonna be cool. And Jenk, yeah, I've actually watched. What did I watch? I think I watched him on maybe Piers Morgan I want to say, not that long ago. I think I was just kind of reviewing some of the stuff that was going on in Gaza and going on with Israel and stuff, and just trying to catch up. And a bunch of Piers Morgan's bullshit interviews popped up. So he's just, I don't know. The TYT is totally, and then Anna Kasparian, even fucking worse. I think I had to go at her on Twitter because she's right up this whole Biden. She said the Biden's the most selfish president in history. Yet the guy he's running against is an adjudicated rapist, stole classified documents, led a coup attempt against our elections, our democracy on a whole. Is now defamed the same woman twice that he raped. Is now a convicted felon of 34 different counts or 34 counts. Why are we talking? Why is even Biden a discussion in any way, shape, or form? Am I wrong? Am I right? I mean, it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Why is our head focused this way when this way is a rapist running for president? Joe Biden, nice guy, 50 years in service, getting a little on in age, but still wants to do right for the country. Donald Trump wants to have sex with his daughter, deregulate everything, tax cuts for the wealthy, take money from the oil companies, let them drill anywhere they want, poison water, take away women's rights, take away the gay community's rights. Why? How the fuck does the media have anybody looking in one direction when on the other side is that danger? That's what I want to know. I have no fucking idea, but that's what's going on. That's what's happening, and we just have to know how to fight it. We have to know how to defend. Doesn't mean you can't watch these things. Just know how to call out the bullshit. That's all. Just like me, I watch Rumble, fucking God knows the shit that I watch. Same thing with Hal and who gets Hal's clips. I'm sure the shit that they have to suffer through is just, it's you don't even want to tell people about it. What is TYT trying to do? Get rid of Biden. TYT just wants chaos. They only thrive when both sides are in absolute chaos, so they can act like the moral high ground in the middle is what they want to be. They want to make it seem like they're calling out both sides evenly, but in actuality, they don't want either side to win. They don't like either side. I'd vote for Jimmy Carter. Right, exactly. If they brought 6 gentlemen out and wheeled the casket of Jimmy Carter onto the stage, I would vote for him over Joe Biden. I mean, over Donald Trump. Excuse me. Every single day and twice on Sunday. It's just not even a competition. So why are we talking about the fact still that Joe Biden had a bad debate, or the fact that Joe Biden from 2020 to 2024 is different? It's a different person. Not completely different, but the way he speaks, moves, talk, that whole stuff. But that's to be expected. I mean, look, we all know, we've all seen the pictures of presidents before they get into office and after they get out of office. Looks like they aged 100 years in that time. And look at Barack Obama. I know he's in there for 8 years, but Jesus Christ, from the time he went in, from the time he went out, looks like he aged about 40 years. It takes a lot out of you. There's a lot of responsibility, a lot of commitment, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of people to control. You know what I mean? And again, like I said, we vote for more than Joe Biden. We vote for his team, his ability to put together a team of competent individuals that in their own right know how to get shit done. Right. So if I don't hear Joe Biden's name again until the fucking election comes in, it doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm here for. I know what I'm voting for. I know what I'm voting against. So it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. And why the media is insistent upon making this a horse race is pretty self-evident in the fact that their views are down, their ratings are down, their fucking profits are down. But again, like I said, 9/11, I think, totally killed and dismantled news as we know it in this country, and began the 24-hour news cycle of news channels just creating things out of thin air, or running things they're not sure of, or reporting on other fucking news agencies' reports without checking it. You know what I mean? Like, that just blows my mind. The fact that CNN or MSNBC would put on the screen a New York Times article. It's like, about something else? Like, you're reporting on somebody else's reporting. Report. How about you do some fucking reporting? Go see what the fuck's going on in this situation, and then give me your own report on it. Don't just report on somebody else's report. That's too easy. But again, like I said, it's easy so they can fill time with it. And people want 24-hour news coverage. So in order for them to bring you 24-hour news coverage, they got to fill the time with something. Right? I will take age, wisdom, and competency over chaos every single fucking time. And again, we don't vote for the president, so he goes out. Like, his job is not to go out and debate. His job is not to go out and debate world leaders. His job is to go out and meet world leaders and to have meaningful discussions and get meaningful legislation passed. And like I said, have the right people in his team to also help with the process of getting things passed. And Donald Trump has Donald Trump has again and again and again proved that he is incapable. He is unfit for office and deserves to be nowhere near the wheels of fucking power. I mean, what do we have to say, people? This is fucking nuts. To CNN, to MSNBC, to the New York Times, to the Washington Post. Get your fucking head out of your ass and do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. Report on the fucking real issues, the real threats facing this country right now. Don't both sides this bullshit like you did in 2016, which ultimately led to Donald Trump taking the fucking White House. Because you're doing the same fucking thing again. You're falling into the same fucking trap. So we either do your fucking job or we find somebody that will. And if they don't, you can all go fuck yourselves and we'll do it together by ourselves. Streamers, YouTubers, independent media, Midas Touch. We'll do it. We'll take it from here. If you're not up to the fucking task anymore, we got it from here. But shut it the fuck down because you're doing far more fucking damage to this country than you are even remotely close to helping any of this situation. Take a fucking step back. Because the people in these fucking news agencies, the people reporting on the shit, have fucking family. They have daughters and nieces and nephews. And grandkids not even born yet that they have to worry about. That the Project 2025 shit that we just fucking read, that the Blunt Politics fucking Lobsters, Bryantologist fucking crew just read, that we are now at least somewhat educated on. That's what is trying to be implemented. So the more you talk about Joe Biden on this side and let fucking Donald Trump remain quiet while his fucking court cases are pushed back by corrupt judges, while he sits there as a rapist running for president of the United States and the fucking media has failed miserably in calling that shit out. Thank you so much, Peter. Appreciate you. Thank you. And Robert and Slacks. What's up, Slacks? Oh, my light just went out. My light didn't like my rant. I think I burnt it out. But thank you, Peter. Now I'm going to have to buy... Peter just bought me a new light. Thank you. Perfect timing. Great. Love it. Thank you. Are you worried about the anti-Biden press? I'm not. Are you worried about all the anti-Biden press out there? I know Hal says we shouldn't worry about it, but I'm so nervous. I'm not worried about it. I'm pissed the fuck off about it. Because I am sure that the American people, I am sure that black women, people of color, marginalized communities, trans individuals, LGBTQIA individuals, aunts, uncles, all over this fucking country that you don't hear from, that are just living their everyday life, do not want Donald Trump to fucking be in office again. I am very confident in the fact that if we stay the course and that there aren't fucking idiot Democrats trying to step up and make a name for themselves and throwing a wrench in everything when there is no path other than Joe Biden, not only democratically, but financially. This is easy. This should be a fucking layup for the media. This should be a layup for the media. Ladies and gentlemen, this race is between two individuals. One has spent over 50 years in public service, serving his country diligently, faithful to his wife, has gone through more tragedy than more families can even fucking imagine, has dealt with his son's addiction, was faithful to his wife, wrote a book, got some money, bought a house, has one fucking Corvette that is his prized possession, doesn't shit in a gold toilet, you know, doesn't need a fucking 757 from 1957 to show up to places so people don't talk about his fucking tiny little fucking mushroom pecker. That's what it is. He just wants that so they're not talking about the fact that his dick doesn't reach his zipper. You know? And the fact that he's got that big
vagina
on his neck doesn't help either. But I mean, this should be a fucking layup. It should be a fucking layup. It really should. And you know, I'm more frustrated and pissed off than I am worried. Put it that way. I am more frustrated and pissed off than I am worried because the fucking media is doing the exact same thing. But I am confident that the American people understand what a second Trump presidency means for this country. I am confident that this country is done with that bullshit. That we have seen enough. We've seen enough fucking, what is it? What is that? What are the assholes that were marching through Tennessee this weekend? What the fuck are they called? Those assholes with the fucking khakis and the blue shirts, fucking Patriot Front. Is that what they're called? That shit's gotta go. And fucking, you can take your fucking free speech and stick it up your ass as far as I'm concerned. You ain't fucking marching Nazis around my fucking town. I don't give a shit. I'll spend a night in the fucking slammer. You want to fucking keep that shit inside somewhere in a fucking basement? Keep it in the fucking basement. Do your thing. You bring it into public, and I will respond. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Thank you, Ichabod. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. I'm just going to turn this into a 3-hour show, considering I do 3 hours at least every single time. I don't know why. I think I thought it was somehow I try to get it in 2 hours. It's just not fucking possible. It's impossible to cover everything you want to cover in 2 hours. Christ's sake, it takes me a half hour to say hi to everybody. And then what am I supposed to do? It was blood. Hold on. Firefrost says it was the Blood Tribe and Patriot Front in Tennessee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Hold on. Why don't I show you? Why don't we take a little look at it? Yeah, there we go. Let's share this one instead. It's this. State and local leaders react to Patriot Front march in downtown Nashville. State and local leaders are reacting after a group called Patriot Front were seen marching through downtown Nashville Saturday afternoon. More than 100 people believed through the Patriot Front marched through the streets of downtown Nashville on Saturday, July 6, covering their faces with masks while holding shields and Confederate flags. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is just, I'm going to show you. There you go. There you go. There we go. I'll put it to the side for you. Let me take this out of your way. All right. The fact that this is happening 2 days after the 4th of July, walking around carrying Confederate flags, right, is akin to me to the Republican congressman and women possibly who spent July 4th in fucking Moscow. I mean, what's something less? What's the most unpatriotic thing you could possibly do? Probably march around with the Confederate flag on the 4th of July, or at any time. It's fucking ridiculous. See if they show these assholes fucking marching. Is there a video? Is there a video, sir? Is there a video? See if I can see a video. Good. Yes, boy. All right, here we go. These fucking losers. Loser Fest 2024 happened in Tennessee, I guess, this year. And work. And work. And sound.
We all take on different roles every day. A parent, a yogi, a driver. That's why the Volvo XC40 is designed to be as versatile as you. Contact your local retailer to book a test.
I can't see anything. Why is it open? Oh, here we go.
A group called Patriot Front was seen marching through downtown Nashville Saturday afternoon. Jaxie Pigeon joins us now in studio with the very latest.
Well, Ali, according to the Anti-Defamation League, Patriot Front is a white supremacist group whose members maintain that their ancestors conquered America, bequeathing it to them and no one else. Over 100 people could be seen marching.
Is it weird to me that they have to say that, like, another organization called them white supremacists? Like, instead of the news themselves fully acknowledging the fact that they're marching with Confederate flags? Like, it just seems a little weird to me that they have to, like, talk about how another organization calls them that, but they won't call them that themselves.
America, bequeathing it to them and no one else. Over 100 people could be seen marching through the streets of downtown Nashville, covering their faces with masks and holding shields and Confederate flags. Several local organizations denounced the march. One of those, the Anti-Defamation League Southeast Regional Office, which tells News 2, quote, hate was on full display in Nashville yesterday. Marches like this are meant to intimidate whole communities, which is why it is so important for officials, leaders, and neighbors to speak out strongly in condemnation. Only then can the people of Nashville, of all backgrounds, feel seen, valued, and protected. The Jewish Federation of Greater Nashville released a statement that reads in part, quote, we condemn this activity in the strongest possible way and denounce the perpetrators as cowards and criminals. This is certainly not the last time that white nationalism will rear its ugly head in our city. We remain alert, resolute, and committed to combating it. I spoke with Dov Wilker with the American Jewish Committee. He tells me it's frustrating to see hateful rhetoric.
Look at these fucks. Look at these fucks.
See this type of behavior, these types of marches, they're used also as a recruiting tool to their cause. And so it's even more incumbent upon us in our society to ensure that those that could be affected are being protected, that they're being educated, that they are being supported in the way that their families need them to be, so that we are helping to reduce the number of people who have these types of ideas and beliefs as opposed to increasing them.
Drive safe, Andrea. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you very much. Who else? Everybody else. Mark, Tanya, Adam. You guys are the best. Best group of fucking people on the internet. All right, that was that. So that's those fucking douchey losers walking through the streets of Nashville, old Nashville, trying to recruit people. This is what we're up against. This is what was normalized with Donald Trump. I don't know why I'm small. I don't know why that went over there. I just want to do this. Thank you. And thank you. Get the fuck out of here. Stop screen. Thank you. All right. So now let me get to, who did this? Chewy 10 gifted. Thank you so much. That's what I got to do. I got to get to all the starred people. I want to thank everybody who's contributed to the show. I want to thank everybody who's liked it. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed already. We're trying to get to 6,000. We're almost there. We are so close. We're trying to go step by step. I'm not trying to take huge chunks out of anybody. I just want to go nice and slow. Just steady. Slow and steady wins the race. The more we can keep growing this community, the more we can, interact with other larger communities and maybe hopefully make a difference. That's what I want to do. So first of all, thank you to the mods. You guys are fucking fantastic. I love each and every one of you to death. I appreciate you for making this run as smoothly as possible. I appreciate you taking your Sundays out and spending the time with us and going through the chat and doing everything that you do. And again, I know it's not the only chat that you do it for. So the work that you guys do is fucking crucial to getting out the word, is crucial to these YouTube channels, to crucial to these independent media channels getting their word out. So thank you to the mods. All right, Jess, right off the bat with a $20 super sticker. Thank you so much, Jess. Tell Danny I said hello. Tell the kids I said hello. Tell the cats I said hello. I will see you on the Zoom. Jorge came in for a member for 2 months. Thank you, George, so much for becoming a member for 2 months. Vicky, did I miss this one? Can anybody tell me why I can't become a member here? Well, let's see, Vicky. You can. You should be able to. There should be a join button. I think it would be somewhere in this area. It says join. If you hit the join button, it should give you a few options of, a couple tiers that you can choose, different categories that you want to be in. You just choose one of those categories. If that isn't working, don't worry about it. This type of contribution here is huge. It goes far and above anything I would possibly expect for contributions to this channel. So thank you so fucking much for that, Vicky. If you want to email me at bostonbrianmtn@gmail.com, maybe we can help get that figured out. I would be more than happy to help you, or if some of the mods or somebody can help, then I would be happy to extend my services. So, and Jerry, look at Jerry coming in with the $50 super sticker. Thank you so much, Jerry. You are the fucking best. Slava Ukraini, Heroyam Slava. Privet mi druja. I like it. Let's go. Melissa, Patty, Angela, Sally, gifted memberships. Melissa becoming a member. I thank you so much, Melissa. Sheldon, Linus, Sheldon with the 10, Linus with the $20, I think that's euro, 20 euro for Linus, serving from Bavaria. I wonder why no one brought us Stephen Hawkins. That was a good one. I like that one. The Rosium became a new member. Siha gifted 5 memberships like a saint. Thank you, Siha, so much. Siha, I love typing that in the chat. Linda, RC, Foggy, Moms Russo, Foggy. Let me put these up on the screen so everybody can see. So I'm not lying. Linda, Siha, and Rossum. Sorry, I forgot to put them up on the screen. Jen, coming in hot. Vote for the ability to vote in further elections. Correct. Absolutely. Our vision is wide. We're not voting for a single individual just because that individual is the only person. We are voting for a movement. We are voting for policies, laws, things that help the American people. So thank you so much, Jen. I will see you on the next Zoom. Linda became a member for 4 months. Let's go, Linda Lou. Appreciate it. Trump will pardon anyone who commits crimes for him. That is a fucking fact. Now he's allowed to even take money for it, according to the Supreme Court. Let's see here. Linda Blanton, Miss Allie, thank you so much. Garandine is my rep in California. He's always there for us. Yes, that was the gentleman sticking up for Biden. RC from NYC became a new member. Eileen became a new member. RC gifted a membership. I mean, look, it's just fucking 1 and 1. You become a member, you gift a membership, so you give one out. It's unbelievable. And just make sure if you're gifted any memberships in here, if you still find yourself coming back to re-up on that membership, I please thinking about it. If you continue to find yourself here and you're in the position to, that would be fucking fantastic. Nanette Snowden, thank you so much. Biden refused to cross the picket line. Teacher striking, correct. Let's see here. Rosim, thanks, Brian, for keeping the eyes on the prize and positivity. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Thank you so much. JD coming in huge with the $3 super sticker. Thank you so much, JD, for being here week in and week out in all the Democratic channels, supporting everybody. Thank you so much. Peter, what can I say about Peter? Everybody knows Peter. Peter's a legend in the chat by now. Peter is just a legend lobster. Thank you for sharing, Boston Brian. It even changed my non-voting friends to take action in this election, he says, while he put in $100 super sticker. So thank you so much, Peter. Linda, coming in again. Brian, we need to change how, if president doesn't get 270 votes that Congress decides, it should default to popular vote and not ruling House party. I mean, the Electoral College has been an issue for some time now. It has led to, obviously, several presidents that didn't get the popular vote. But that's just something we have to deal with. Radical changes can only come if we take power and make sure that the radicalization on the right does not have any hand in it. So steps, baby steps. Let's win November, inauguration January. Then we can start changing this fucking country. That's just my opinion. Arizona Sunflowers, who also became a Patreon member at patreon.com/Boston Brian. Thank you so much for not only the $10 super sticker, for becoming a Patreon member. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you more than you could possibly know. Colleen, thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Tracy becoming a member for 3 months. Thank you for covering this. Love you. Love you back, Tracy. Thank you so much. Frankie. Truth be our base. Let's go. Let's fucking go. How about that? Let's just everybody get excited. Everybody stay positive. The more everybody sees you positive, they will remain positive. If they see you excited, they will remain excited. People will feed off your energy. So let's not lose, like I said, let's keep our eyes on the prize. Let's not lose sight of what we're here for. Please. Thank you so much. Missed one. Let's go for the $2 super sticker. Thank you so much. Stone Flower Dragon coming in with the 5 gifted memberships. You guys are fucking fantastic. Benny Loco coming in hot with the $5 super sticker, super chat, I should say. Thank you, Benny Loco, for your continued support. Let's do this, ladies. Yes, we need ladies. We need the women of this country to continue to do what they're doing. I'm not going to say to step up, because you guys are already stepping up in a major way. So thank you so much. And let's continue to make that a reality. Let's continue to make that a thing. Christopher, let's go. Vote and educate your friends and family. Prevent Nazi takeover, Salem witch trials, and economic collapse. Vote. Couldn't agree with you more. Like I said, make that a t-shirt. Slacks. Slacks is my man. Let's see here. Do I got one? Slacks. Do I got one for you? Let's see. Let's see. Do I still got it? Do I still got it? But I will. Let's see. I'm not gonna. I'll take some time for you. Let's see here. Is it gonna work? Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. It's okay. Let's do this. I like this one, so I'm gonna do this one. Slacks is a fantastic member of our community. He is one of our longest supporters, one of our most enthusiastic supporters, which is why we sent him, again, the shirt. Look at that thing. It's fucking badass. Let's go. Let's go. Bryantology. He is the father of Bryantology. So Slacks, thank you so fucking much for everything you do for this community. It's very much appreciated. You are the man. Benny Loco, again. Let's go, Benny Loco. Let's see. America pays right-wing billionaires $50 billion a year to watch television. A great silent protest would be cutting the cable. Saving democracy is worth cutting the cable. No, totally agree. I actually think we should take it a step further, Benny Loco. Actually, oops, sorry, the wrong one. I actually think we should take it a step further. Perfect. You're absolutely right. I think what we should organize as the people in this country who actually hold the power, who actually are the reason that these companies are profitable and make money, if we were to take a day, 2 days, or even a week where we said, fuck you, we're not working. If we don't work, the country doesn't run. If we don't work, these companies don't make money. We hold the power. We hold the power. But because they have us so fucking wrapped around so many different fucking webs and weaves and fucking everything else, it's hard for somebody to make that decision where, okay, I can't not work Monday or Tuesday because I need that money. But in the long run, not working and sacrificing that 2 days of work and that 2 days of pay may pay off with a larger reward in the long run. That's what I'm saying. So I think we need to group together. We need to stop bitching online. We need to stop bitching on Twitter. We need to stop fucking talking about this shit, and we need to act. Okay? Somebody set a fucking date. Just set a fucking date. This is the day that we don't go to work. This is the labor strike movement that this country is fucking has forced upon us. So if you don't do what we, the people, want you to do and say we need for you to do for us, we will show you exactly who holds the fucking power in this country. Because guess what? Those fucking priced stocks, overinflated stocks you're sitting on and buying helicopters and fucking jets and fucking dick-shaped rocket ships to go fucking 10 seconds into space. You can go fuck yourselves, and we'll do it ourselves. Plain and simple. We hold the power. We will shut your ass down because you don't make any of that shit. None of that shit is possible without us. And people will take notice. If billions and billions of dollars have lost in revenue by these countries, by these companies, they will take notice. You can bet your fucking bottom dollar on that one. Because that's the only thing that they care about is their bottom dollar. Not your life, not your well-being, but their fucking bottom dollar. And guess why they have that bottom dollar? Because of us. Because we fucking wake up every morning and go to work. And if we don't do that, people will notice. So thank you. I appreciate that. And that's exactly what we should do. Cynthia, thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Dexy, becoming a member for 2 months. Dexy, let's go. Thank you, Boston Ball. And vote blue, Biden Harris. Let's fucking go. Jerry Cummings, thank you so much. Coffee or tea for you, Boston Brian? I don't do either one of those, but I will absolutely put that towards, let's see, a Gatorade. Let's do that. I do Powerade and Gatorade. Foggy, thank you so much for your other super sticker. Appreciate you. Slacks again. Brian, I'm starting to believe you have blocked me. Yeah, right. That's ridiculous. I've heard nothing more ridiculous today, and we had to listen to fucking Kevin Roberts. That is insane. Peter again with the $20 super sticker. Linda Blanton, I worry the GOP has bought the electors. We saw, listen, we see the electors being prosecuted for the last scheme. So we caught them once. We'll catch them again. If they try something stupid, we got them. We have fucking all the checks and balances in place, just like we had in 2020 to make sure that that shit didn't work. Got a little scary, not going to lie. Got a little scary. But in the long run, aloha. Oh, you Chewy. Thank you so much for being a member for 4 months. Let's go, brother. Let's fucking go. I think 4 months is the longest you can be, right? I don't think I've been on for longer than that. Diana for 2 months. Hamilton, thank you so much for fighting for democracy. He says, Hamilton, no, thank you so much for being here. You're the one fighting for democracy. I'm just sitting here in front of a fucking camera with a microphone. That's all that's different. Chewy also gifting 10 subs, memberships, whatever they're called, the things. He gave 10 things. I did a thing. Chewy, thank you so much for your support and your contributions to this channel. Thank you so much. Kimchi, let's go. Kimchi for 3 months. Hand on voting applications. I'm assuming what, Peter? I didn't even see this earlier. Holy shit. Oh, God. Peter, thank you so goddamn much. Again, I'm going to have to like search the thesaurus. I'm going to have to search that book with the words in it to maybe come up with something better than thank you and you're great and I appreciate you. There's got to be more. There's got to be stronger words because I know the best words. I have the best words. Do I have the best words?
No words. I have the best words. But there's no better word than stupid.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yesterday's a hard word for me.
That's another word. That's another word. Or
the big, fat, sloppy United States.
They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
Obama. No, get those lights off. Off. Turn them off. They're too bright. Turn them off. In Venezuela, did you just see Maduro? Venezuela, it's unbelievable. It is a profound honor to be the beautiful new stadium, to be here with you.
Fucking guy. Why is this even a question? What are we doing, people? What are we doing? Oh, easiest fight to ever fucking exist in the history of the world. All right, let's see. Where am I? PETA. Right there. Thank you so much. Brenda, let's see here. Member for 3 months. Brian, I'm going to be a Let's go, Brenda. Oh, that's amazing. Congratulations. Oh, that's fucking fantastic. I'm so excited for you. I am so excited for you. Let's go. I'm going to have to see pictures. BostonBrianMTN@gmail.com. Please send those pictures. Do we know? Boy, girl? Let me know. Name. What's going on? Fill me in. I love babies. Let's go. Brenda, congratulations. Thank you so much for your continued support for this channel as well. any way I can help. If I can send some clothes or maybe some accessories to help with the the arrival, let me know. I'd be happy to contribute. Let's see here. Emergency remedial truth. Member for 4 months. Homeless ATM on my tablet in a cafe. Hi guys. Homeless ATM on my tablet. Homeless at the moment on my tablet in the cafe. Hi guys. Oh man. Well, why don't you get in touch with me? Why don't you send me an email, and let's see if we can find some resources. If that's what that means, unless I'm reading that wrong. If I'm reading that wrong, I totally apologize. I don't mean to. But if you are in some need of housing, please get in touch with me, and let's see if we can. Let's see if we can find some resources and some people to help. That's why I'm here. Thank you for your being a member for 4 months. But honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't. How do I not? I would rather it go towards yourself. How about that? I would rather it go towards anything that you need, whatever your needs are. I don't want people struggling to support this channel. That's not what I want. So again, ERT, if you need some assistance, please get in touch with either me or the mods or somebody else, and I would, like I said, be happy to lend some assistance and see if we can get you some. Oh, what? Hal? Member for 3 months. Let's go, brother. Appreciate you. That's fucking incredible. Hal's a member of my channel. That's just a fucking heartwarming experience. It really is. It really is. I know it might sound weird, but it's like, it'd be like if Brian Tyler Cohen or fucking Ben Mycelis was a member of my channel. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Hinda, let's go. Thank you, Hal, again. Appreciate you. Hinda, member for 2 months. Vote for democracy, not theocratic autocracy. Couldn't have said it better myself. Might actually have to put that in a t-shirt. Hinda, I will give you credit for it. Hal and I have this in common. Michael Irish, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. You are the fucking best. Let's go. Mark Crema also for 3 months. Part of the park. I think I tried to tone it down. Oh no. Hold on. I'm not answering that. Anyway, Mark Kramer, thank you so much for becoming a member. Lakeisha, working on voting rights and gerrymandering in Alabama. New lawsuit on deck, and I'm a plaintiff of. Well, keep working your ass off. We appreciate the hard work you're doing. It's because of women like you that Joe Biden and the Democrats are going to take this election in 2024, which is going to be a total repudiation of Donald Trump, MAGA, and the GOP. We just need to stay the course. Not get swayed by what the media wants us to get swayed by. That's it. Just stay informed. Don't listen to anonymous, no-name sources or anybody that doesn't want to put their face in front of a fucking camera. Sorry, your anchors. I don't give a shit who you talk to on Capitol Hill. If they're not going to fucking talk to you on camera, if they're not going to allow you to use their name, don't fucking tell the story, because I don't want to hear it, because nobody can confirm it. Check your phone for a laugh. All right, Jen, let me get you. Jen, thank you so much again for the $10 super sticker. Let me see if I can find you. Email, I'm assuming. Let's go to my Gmail. Oh, no, it's right here. Image. Let's see. What would you... I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on. Let's see if you can see that. On the bottom. Oh, can I pick it up? No. It's a meme on the bottom. It says, "What would Jesus do?" And it looks like Jesus decided to. It looks like maybe he's washing Trump's hair. I think he's only dunking him under water to wash his hair at that point. I could be wrong. But that's how I'd wash his hair if he was in the water with me. But to all of you, thank you so. Oh, there's more Ichabod. Let's go. Member for 2 months, almost 3 months. You're in, brother. Let's go. You're in. You're here. You're part of the family. It doesn't matter how long, as long as you're part of the family. Let's go. JD, community resource bonus. Thank you so much. I mean, you guys are just fucking fantastic. You make this so worthwhile. You really do. Again, last month was just absolutely fantastic for contributions, memberships, Patreon, the whole 9 yards. We're getting to 6,000 subscribers. I know we are. When you have fantastic people like Hal, when you have fantastic people like fucking Colleen, Peter, Melissa, Patty, Angela, I mean, the whole 9 yards, Slacks, Jorge, Jess, Vicky. When you have people like this in your community, there's really no ceiling. There's really no limit to where that community can go. So, again, I just want to make a difference. I'm not here to take YouTube by storm or fucking, I don't know what people do, buy luxury home, whatever the fuck it is. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment sitting here basically in my kitchen talking to you guys about things that are important to me. So, anyways, is there anything that we have to talk about before I let you guys go? Let me see here. Obviously, the postcard party. Don't forget that. That will be part of the closing. We also have the July Zooms, July 9th at 8 p.m. and the 23rd for the VIP at 8 p.m. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Anybody signed up before that to Patreon at any one of the tiers there can join us for the Zoom. Some people like the Zooms. Some people don't like the Zooms. Sometimes there's a lot of people. Sometimes it's intimate and it's just a couple of us and we're shooting the shit. But again, it's not a paywall. There's no serious information that I'm holding back that I am going to tell everybody in the Zoom or anything like that. It's just us hanging out, doing what we do. That's all it is. So I appreciate you guys, whoever's going to be there. We also have this fucking fantastic little sale going on. Riding with Biden. The morals of an alley cat with a pussy Donald Trump looking like he spent several years digging through an alley for trash. Every shirt sold, $5 will go to the Biden campaign fund. So you're also helping out Joe Biden, the Democrats, democratic values, and everything else. So get demshirts.myshopify.com. Excuse me, it's get dem shirts, like get democratic shirts is what we were thinking of. So get demshirts.myshopify.com. Mugs, stickers, fucking, I don't know. Mel has just absolutely gone nuts with that whole thing and done a fucking fantastic job with it. So I do appreciate her. I appreciate you guys. I hope everybody is well. I hope everybody is safe. I hope everybody is, even though it may be a little confusing on what you're hearing, you may be feeling a lot of feelings, just stay confident in your vote. As long as you're confident in your vote, none of this noise matters. If you know no matter what, you're voting for a Democrat, you are voting Joe Biden, and everybody does the same thing. It doesn't matter what the outside noise says. We're going to pull this out. Donald Trump is going to go down in a heap of fucking complaints and possible violence from his supporters. But anytime Donald Trump is going down, it's a good thing. And it's a very good thing for this country when he loses this next election. So I love you guys. I will catch you next week. Who knows? Maybe I'll pop on during the week. I'm not sure. I miss you guys. I think once a week is too far apart, if you ask me. If you ask me. But what are you going to do? Gives me a little time to fit some of the show, but Sunday's pretty much my only day. So I don't know. We'll figure something out. To the mods, Chirpy, Tanya, Mark, Adam, Andrea. I think that is everybody on the mod squad. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Chrissy, thank you so much. You are the best. Hold on. Coming in right at the end for 3 months. Let's go. Postcarding from here. Let's fucking go. I mean, it's just another way to, people show not only that, but it shows that you're still involved. You're still enthusiastic about voting for Democrats. It gives people a signal. It shows people a sign. So again, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Love you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for the work that you do. Thank you for your contributions, not only to my channel, but to democratic, processes and democratic values and democratic channels as a whole. You guys are absolutely fucking fantastic, and I am very blessed, very, very blessed to have found this community, to be in the position that I am in, to be able to get my words out, to be able to get my views out, and to have a community as fantastic as this to feel safe around and to communicate with on a weekly basis. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Until next week, I'm Boston Brian. This was Blunt Politics. Please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, share on the way out, please, if you haven't done so already. Send it to a family member, send it to a friend, send it to a rando, post it somewhere, clip it, chip it, do whatever the hell you want to it, post it. But let's get these numbers up. Let's go, guys. We can do it. I know we can do it. We have the right values. We have the right morals. We have the right attitude. We have the right enthusiasm. I don't give a fuck, so I'm going to sit here and do it. I'll sit here till I'm talking to myself. I will. Don't care. YouTube will send me one. I don't know what color the plaque is when you only have one person watching. It's probably not gold or silver. It's probably like I don't know, black, and you can't see it or something. But I'll get one of those. Anyways, I love you guys. Make sure you are just doing something nice, right? As I always say, carry somebody's bags, open the door, whatever it may be. If somebody's short on the register, hop up a couple bucks for them. Whatever it may be. Just do something nice, please. Call your family, tell them you love them. Pretty easy stuff. Be nice to people. It's good stuff. But I'll see you next week. I love you guys. Toodles.
dignify it with a rebuttal. Refutal or a rebuttal? What the hell word would that be? Rebuttal?
We are a nation that just recently heard that Saudi Arabia and Russia will repeat. You know what uranium is, right? It's a thing called nuclear weapons and other things. Like lots of things are done with uranium, including some bad things.
The Biden border will vagina.
Yesterday was a hard word for me.
The big, fat, sloppy United States.
They call them dumps, big